pause. All right, so good afternoon, guys. This is Chris and Susan here from Ear to Ear Magic. We're going to be spending the next 3 hours here in the Magic Kingdom, showing you guys what it's like here now that the park is reopened. Today's the 7th day of its official opening to the grand public, the general public. And so we're going to have a little fun this afternoon, show you what the crowds look like, ride a few rides, let you see in person and live what the lines look like as far as the queues set up for safety and things like that. We're going to be using a lot of hand sanitizer and hopefully just having a lot of fun. So thanks for joining us. Good to see you, Michael. Any characters? Actually, the characters were out just as we got here. There was one little mini parade, but we will be seeing more of them, I'm sure. So we've looked at the wait times a little bit earlier, just before we came in here. And I think the longest ride right now is probably Mine Train and Splash Mountain at right about half an hour. So I don't know. We've only got 3 hours here with you guys. We'll see ride as much as we can. But just because we're in the Magic Kingdom, we want to make sure we open it up to any of the 4 parks. We just thought this is a good opportunity for you guys to log on, listen, and ask some questions about what we've seen in all 4 of the parks this past weeks, because we've done all 4 of them so far. And this is sort of like a recap for the week.
Yeah,
so
just let you guys see what it's actually like. I mean, we've heard a lot of hype either direction, a lot of hype, oh, there's nobody here, and to the other side, that there's tons of crowds and it's unsafe. We find reality is actually a little in the middle. So you guys can see it from our camera live as we do, and you'll see what it's actually like. I think princesses.
what's that?
You guys want to see some princesses? They're getting ready to be some princesses down Main Street. We'll find a spot to see them.
I say we just kind of let them come to us. They're going to come right here.
Okay.
So that'll give us a few chances to answer some questions or see if there's anything else people may have to ask. Hey, Rebecca, good to see you. I'm going to try to keep the comments on and keep up with that. When we get further out into the light, it's going to be a little harder to see comments, but we're going to try to keep up one way or the other. See if I can turn them on here. Hi, Jen. How are you doing today? We're just getting started here, and we've grabbed some shade here at the end of the street, Main Street, so you guys can see all the way down Main Street. And just in time, we've got a Disney Princess Parade coming down.
We did take a Starbucks break as well before we got started. Got to stay hydrated, right? My favorite, so.
I'm trying to. I've got a caramel frappuccino here behind scenes. I'm trying to chug down so I can put my mask back on. Yes, masks are required at all times, guys. They do enforce that. We've seen that a lot from cast members, which we think is wonderful. If you're not physically drinking or eating while you're out, or if you're not in a relaxation station, you will be asked to put your mask back on. So it's good to see that they're enforcing that. Hey, Cliff. Hello. Cliff is from England. They were supposed. It seems as though they were supposed to be here in 3 weeks. So, Cliff, I'm sorry to hear that the plans have changed and shifted a little bit for you. I hope this can be sort of a fill-in for you tonight. We'll carry you around. Let us know if you want to ride something in particular. We're going to see what we can do to bring our stream on to any ride. That's the great thing about Disney as opposed to Universal. If we were at Universal, we couldn't take you really on any ride.
No.
But here at Disney, we have the capabilities. We're going to do it in a safe manner, but as many as we can. We're going to take you guys on some rides, show you what the queues look like. And while we're going long, let us know what kind of questions you have. Can we go through the confectionery if they have cake pops? You know what? I was looking to see. I think they do have the confectionery is open.
Confectionery is open.
So
I will say their offerings are a little more limited right now. That we can definitely see what they have.
Jen says that they want to ride Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I love Winnie the Pooh.
We just saw Winnie the Pooh. He just came by here on a
He was on a float.
on a little float that came here about 5 till 4. He was on top of the float and he was waving. And then we had, I think Mary Poppins was down below, as well as Peter Pan. And Alice, I believe, was on there. So, Cliff, we'll have to see if the people mover is working. When we were here last time, it was not. All right, I can already see Merida coming around here, guys. I'll step out and go a bit closer so you guys can see. How majestic she looks upon her horse today. And see, with these mini parades, they're short, sweet, and they don't draw huge crowds at a time. So it's very safe for everybody. It's Pansy. Hi, Rapunzel. Rapunzel got onto me. My mask is off because of my drink. Just want to be safe, for sure we're safe. I'm going to get sick drinking this drink. Very nice. Ready to go into the Magic Kingdom. We have some fun this afternoon. The park is only open till 7 p.m. So we have just less than 3 hours to see how much we can actually get done today. I think we can accomplish a lot with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Trisha gets that. So it's going to get a little bit quieter here as the princesses make their way down.
Wash your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose and sneezing and maintain physical distancing. Thank you for your cooperation.
Afternoon, Steve. How you doing? I'm glad you enjoyed the Princess Parade. I'll tell you what, those princesses are beautiful, aren't they? They really are.
A lot of fun.
And that was hilarious. Now, you guys couldn't see. I actually did have a Starbucks drink in my hand. I finished it since then because I needed to put my mask back on. But while I was chugging away, Rapunzel, she gave me a signal.
She pointed at her nose.
She pointed at her nose and she said,
thumbs down.
"You got your thumbs down. Where's your mask?" So she's keeping me accountable.
That's right. Oh, ducky friend. The ducks have not gotten used to people being here again, guys. They are out everywhere in the streets.
So yeah, let me switch back over. I was going to say, just to let everybody know, Rapunzel, I do have my mask back on, Rapunzel, so I am good. But our duck friends, well, they've really missed us. They've been gone. Well, we've been gone for 4 months. And it's funny, they've been coming out a lot more on Main Street. Very friendly. Matter of fact, we've even seen a couple of parades in which the ducks have kind of gotten in the middle of the Main Street, right, and pausing the parade. So they're happy to see us back. Matter of fact, when we were back here on last Saturday, we had 2 ducks that we were at the popcorn stand and they followed us from the popcorn stand for a good amount of time. So it's rather hot today, but I'll tell you what, there's a good breeze going through. I apologize. It may have some sound across the microphone, so I apologize for that.
We can't find it in ourselves to be happy about it.
It does feel really good here. So, all right. We've got a few people watching here. Now we've got to make a major decision. Are we going left or are we going right? Where are we starting our journey today? So if we go right, we're going to be in Tomorrowland. Going left, we'll be in Adventureland.
We could just totally change things up.
That's true, because there are no stage shows at the moment. The castle has been open. So let's go up and just kind of take a look at the castle while it's still good and shiny. They did complete the work on the castle and the turrets. Very much a dark blue, pinkish building with the gold tint and the details. When they first started, I wasn't too real keen on it, to be honest. But since then, you know, when you see it in person, especially now that it's done, it looks really nice. So, this is not a sight that you would see very often on a normal day in the Magic Kingdom. Not only are there no stage shows, not only is it open right down the middle, but there's just nobody around here, around the front of the castle. Allowing for some great photos and things like that. If you want to come up here and get your great photo. Now, here's the thing. You do have to keep your mask on. So, I know some people are like, well, take your photo off for a quick photo and then be right back on it. Just be aware of the fact that you could be asked to still put your mask back on. But because they aren't having stage shows on at the moment, so there's no Mickey's.
Not a big draw for people here.
Yeah, Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair is not huge. Is not a huge draw at the moment to bring people here to the middle. So they'll show up, take their pictures, and then they'll move on. So let's see. No, I'm looking to see if we got any comments here. Jen says we should go to Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
My comments won't stay up. I can't get the comments to stay up. Keep losing. Pull up comments. All right.
Where are we going?
Well, the castle does look really good. They've done a great job on it. Good and shiny. I have no idea what it looks like at night because here, Park closes at 7 p.m. every night now, so
Don't know what it looks
it
like.
doesn't look like, we don't know what it looks like now at nighttime, when the tomorrow our Happily Ever After is going to go across it. I'm sure it will look wonderful, but
Somebody was asking about how the masks fit. I'm assuming that they're talking about the Disney masks. They run small. So,
yes, they are small. I'm actually wearing a large. It barely fits over my face. Matter of fact, the only reason that it fits as well as it does now is because I wear it pretty much every day on a regular basis.
started to stretch just
And
a
I've
little.
started to stretch it ever so slightly. When it's not, when I first put it on, I could barely get it over my nose and mouth. Now, this was a large. If you go online to shopdisney.com now, you can actually order extra large sizes. They were not available before.
They're not currently available in the park.
You cannot get them in the parks. Yes, they haven't made them here just yet.
So if you're a plus size person, you probably want to order online and grab one of those extra large sizes.
Yeah, I would probably really enjoy an extra large. Just they don't have them available. And the thing is, if I order them on Shop Disney, I think there's a little bit of delay for delivery. So I think that when they become available, so to speak, on Shop Disney, they probably will be available in the parks as well. That's kind of what happened last time with these.
We really like the mask that they have at Homecoming on Disney Springs. So in a pinch, if you can see, I have one mine today. Cute chicken pattern. This mask is comfortable on Chris as well. And this is actually my favorite mask. It's only $5, so.
It's very breathable. I actually really enjoy that one as far as comfort goes. But this has got Stitch on it. I like Stitch. So I'm gonna go with my buddy Stitch. So, matter of fact, I've heard, we didn't get to see him last time, but Stitch is actually over here in Tomorrowland. Maybe we'll do a walk around and see if he's actually here. Now, I believe, look, there's a little bit of a line at Carousel of Progress. We did not ride that. We haven't ridden that since it's come back up.
No, we have not.
Right now, for Space Ranger Spin, it's a 5-minute wait.
That's the time it takes you to walk through the queue.
It takes about that long to walk through.
Yeah.
You want to hit Space Ranger Spin?
Sure.
He wants to defeat the Emperor Zurg. All right, let's see if it really is 5 minutes. We'll go for it. How's it going? All right, so tonight on the live stream, let's count. Let's see how many times we use our hand sanitizer. That's going to be number 1. Now, I'm going to face the camera to the ground a lot while we're doing this tonight because I want you guys to see the signs. All right, Steve, thanks for jumping in there, buddy. Hey, if you get a chance, come back on. Let us know how it goes. Give us a thumbs up. We appreciate our support, bud. So, 5-minute wait. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I don't think that was even close to 5 minutes.
Remain seated. Hands, arms, feet, and legs inside.
Oh, it's nice and air conditioned in here, Kelly. It feels really good. All right, now, as a habit, I don't try to touch anything for handrails or things of the like. So
It is air conditioned.
yes.
Somebody was asking whether or not it's air conditioned. It absolutely is.
Now, I use hand sanitizer on the way in. On the one hand, I'm going to use the gun with, and on the way out, there will be hand sanitizer as well. All right, let's see what we can do. This will be a one-handed battle.
Sorry, guys.
It can be a little jerky. Susan's driving.
Yeah, sorry. And holding the phone, man.
All right, you see this target on the back of this spinning thing right here? That's what we want to go for. Actually, right up here. Go up top. I can't. You're gonna have to drive. So how do you guys fare as far as scoring on this? Sometimes you do okay. It's all about finding the right targets. Not all the targets are the same. Go for the ones that are the farthest, and there's a few of them you just need to know where they're at. Like this one behind us on the puppet, we're totally missing. Turn back around.
Cards, seize them.
Now, this room right here, you want to aim right at the very bottom. That's Zerg. So go for Zerg's bottom. Right there toward the bottom. It's really hard to hit. It's best to go for angles. Every time you hit one of those, it's 100,000 points.
So I've hit it no time, just in case anyone's wondering. 0 time.
Yeah, I did not fare too well this time.
I don't know how you guys do on this ride, but I never do well, so.
I usually do pretty okay, but usually I'm piloting and I know exactly where to go for. Here's another secret. Hold the button down the entire time. Don't ever let up on the button. Even if you hit nothing, every time you hit 10 fires, you get 100 points. All right, everybody smile for the camera. All right.
Space Raiders, concentrate your firepower on certain secret weapon.
Joystick disabled.
I think and then Bo just rolled his eyes as a Zerg. Yeah, I did a planetary pilot, but that's about it today.
Still better than me.
We can give you a lot of tips, but maybe you don't know how to do the best score. Thank you. Thank you. All right, what count is this? This is number 2. Sanitize on the way in, sanitize on the way out. And look, there we are. Good thing they don't put the score on there right now. That'd look pretty bad.
That was bad. Not a good photo.
So, stand us here for just a second.
Cliff says we should shoot the volcano next time.
In the very back.
You know what, Kelly? I'm not sure if you could use wipes in the ride to clean it before you get on or not. I mean, a lot of them are constantly moving, kind of like the one that we just got on.
I mean, you can bring a wipe in and just wipe it down.
Sure. But I don't know if they would stop the ride for that.
So there are people who will say that they bring their additional hand sanitizer. They bring extra wipes. They can wipe stuff down. That's great. Anything you want to do like that. I feel comfortable enough that if I'm not continually touching everything else everywhere, I walk in and I'm sanitizing my hands when I first get in. I'm not bringing anything to the ride. And as soon as I get off, I hand sanitize to make sure I'm not taking anything off the ride. That's my comfort level. But we know people who feel more comfortable bringing a little bit more sanitizer with them. So.
You do what you're comfortable with.
Yep. So over here in Tomorrowland, at the Galactic Gateway, you can actually see Stitch on occasion. It's probably pretty late in the day, maybe more than he would normally stick around. But this is where he will pop up. Now, one thing we've noticed, a little different than Universal. Universal has stages like this set up where you can meet characters. And notice on the ground, there's nothing. At Universal, they actually have spaces and dots that they have set up for people to stand while they're looking for the characters. They don't have that here at Disney. I don't know if that's something that they're maybe implementing later, but just when you do show up to say hello to the characters on a stage like this, it's sort of on your own. Try to make sure you've got the distance there. Do you need this?
Yes.
There we go. Hey, Deanna. Uh-oh. Oh, Deanna, I went to... Deanna, I just deleted your comment by accident. I'm sorry. I was trying to pull it back up and it says it deleted it.
I still see it.
Okay, what's the question?
Hang on, let me pull up my glasses so I can read it. I thought for some reason it was one around them. Oh, wait, no, I can't. You deleted it.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
Ask us again to
The comments keep disappearing. I keep trying to get them to come back up and it's not working.
The music is off the awesome, but is the last floor open? No, it is not. It is currently closed.
Yeah, and Cliff, I think you were asking about the People Mover. The People Mover is also closed at the moment as well. So.
And we're not sure about the reasoning for that. They do have some stage shows that are open, so I don't think it's set at the stage show. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but currently the last floor is closed. And the mover is closed as well. Could be a staffing issue. We're not sure exactly. There are lots of other things that.
No, I would say we could just go in and ride Space Mountain, but honestly, I could take you into a dark closet and make funny noises, and it would be about the same thing of what you could see if we were to do that. So let's. We will let you know. The wait time is like 10 minutes. So 10 minutes, and that's going to take you just about 10 minutes to walk through, honestly, to get through. So. Yeah, Deanna, we definitely were not trying to delete your comment question.
So sorry about that.
So, you can kind of see just from walking around, there's plenty of space. Even earlier in the day, sometimes at the beginning of the day, it's even more empty in certain areas.
Yeah, it just depends. Pad levels vary, honestly. It is in general light though. I wouldn't say it's completely empty like some photos might imply that some is posting, but it's very easily
Your phone disconnected for a bit. I don't know how long it's been. Is your Wi-Fi on?
yes, I think.
Okay. I think we lost everybody for a bit. I didn't know. It's Wednesday. Hey, Jeffrey. It's Tiggerific. You joined us. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Follow me, right this way. Watch out for everyone in the world. They feel hungry.
And woozles. Hooray! Whoop. Classic ride. Of course, used to be Mr. Toad's Wild Ride,
Totally not
which is
loading here.
still here. What's that?
I'm not loading on mine, so you got comments.
Ah,
No pressure.
no pressure, no pressure at all. Oh, all right. Andy's gonna be here Sunday. Bing. Number 4. How many times can you hand sanitize in an evening?
Many times.
All right, let's see what we.
I've never been clean.
Oh my gosh! Every so often, I need to go to a restroom, wash my hands just to get the hand sanitizer off. All the cute Who plush.
Who's in that little box?
We've got a few people in there. How are you doing tonight, Susan? We're doing wonderful. They are really small, but they're still very happy to be there.
Yes.
They really are. Yes, I think we all are. Yes.
Right?
And Susan, I'm assuming your space is air conditioned, so this is very nice.
This is nice.
Yes. So we appreciate you letting us borrow your air conditioning for a moment. So, and if Susan ever comes and joins, I'll give you a cast member. You can have a Susan name tag as well.
You never know. I talk about when I grow up, I want to work here.
Yeah, grow down.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm ever going to grow up. So, thanks, Susan. All right, so we've got some wishables here. Now, there were some new wishables that came out today. There's some new wishables. We were at Epcot yesterday. They weren't there, but now they're there. So we missed them yesterday. So, hello. And again, hand sanitizer.
We, our pediatrician, one of our kids had a well visit today, and she actually said it was good for your skin to wash that hand sanitizer off periodically. So what Chris is doing, where he goes periodically and washes his hands, she's like, that stuff will dry your
I think it
skin
does
off.
dry your hands out a lot. So 7 Dwarfs Mine Train. Who wants to ride 7 Dwarfs? It's a 20-minute wait. So let's set our timers. What time is it?
It is
22?
4:42.
All right, so see if we can get on there before 5 o'clock. Hello, Bailey. How are you today? Sanitizer. Bing. All right. Yeah, there are a lot of fans here on the queue here. Now, this is listed as 20 minutes. Now, it's really far back, even more further back than it was the last time we were on here. But it does move rather fast. So we'll see. Last time we actually, we were on in 12 minutes.
We were a little farther up.
Yes, we were. But it was also listed as being, I think, 40 minutes. So to get on in 12 was quite nice. Jeffrey says his mother and I are new subscribers. Hi, Laura.
Yay.
If Laura's watching, is Laura watching at the moment?
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura. Welcome to the Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
Now, Laura, do you like to ride the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train? Because in about 20 minutes, maybe even quicker, we're going to get on. So
Very
these guys are going to get on. So how are you guys doing tonight? Is this your first time riding tonight?
I'm sorry?
Is this your first time riding today?
Today, yes.
Well, it was last time we rode, they told us it was going to be 30 minutes and we got on in 12. So we're hoping that 20 minutes is going to go flying by.
Yes.
So have you guys had good wait times today so far?
Very good. Awesome.
What's the longest you've waited for a ride?
Maybe it's 15.
15.
See?
That sounds great. That's awesome. That's the silver lining, right?
Amen.
So we're streaming on YouTube Live. So is there anybody out there you need to say hello to?
Oh, God.
Or you got them all with you?
Texas.
From Texas?
Down.
Guys from Texas always live large, so we're hoping. Another good thing is the fans. The fans are always here on the line. I don't think there's no other queue here that has as many fans going.
And I will say, if you're not in the shade, the heat is not bad. The sun, directly in the sun, it can be warm at times. Find yourself a shady spot and step inside the shop. Whether they're conditioning, you're going to cool off our foot.
I wish every queue had this much fanage going on.
So nice.
But even though we've got a little bit of cloud coverage at the moment, and
No really rain clouds.
it's not really rain clouds. Some of them are a little on the gray side, but it's not like thunder clouds. But at least we don't have any direct sunshine. So you guys tell us, do you guys normally ride the mine train if you don't have a fast pass?
I'm not gonna lie, in the past we never rode it if we didn't have a fast
Yeah,
pass.
honestly,
We never rode it.
this is only our
We're
fourth.
lazy.
This is only our fourth time ever being in the standby line.
Yep.
We've ridden this countless number of times since it's opened. But this is only number 4 in the standby. Number 3 was last Saturday.
Yes.
So the first time we rode it in standby was the soft opening. It was 2 to 3 days before we're set to be open. We happened to be in the Magic Kingdom walking by, and they just opened up the line. We jumped in it.
Yep.
And then one other time we did standby. Other than that, it's always been fast pass. So
Cindy says she's never ridden the mine train without fast pass.
it's just not. When normally, standby can get rather long on this ride.
2 hours. Not
It's
unusual.
not unusual at all, and it is the newest ride here in the Magic Kingdom. So maybe that will change a little bit once Tron opens up.
I think it might.
We'll see once Tron opens up, and I think it's still going to be popular though.
Yeah.
So, Dennis says nope. Rebecca, are the Disney masks big?
No, they run small.
This is a large, and it only fits over my nose and my mouth because I've been wearing it for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, and only because I've stretched it out. You see my ears?
They're tight.
My ears don't normally stick out like that, guys, or do they?
No, they don't.
My ears are like this because the mask loops are a little bit on the tight side.
Yeah,
So-
the large is actually comfortable on me, and my face is much smaller than his. So
But-
you can get, we were discussing earlier, you can get extra large masks. Online only on shopdisney.com. So if you have a Chris size face, you might want to go online and grab one there.
Or just stretch them
Or-
out.
Or go by homecoming and get yourself
Or if you're very crafty, like I'm not, you can just buy the mask and then make your own ear loops.
We have seen several people that have done that. Or
Modified
we've
them.
had people that have like tied a ribbon to either side and then tied behind their head. So you can do that as well.
Because I do tend to get a headache every so often after wearing this all day. Because it pulls my ears continually. And like I said, I'm just hoping that eventually I'll pull the loops off enough to where it's not that big of a problem anymore.
Thank you. One of our friends in line behind just subscribed to us. So.
Oh, cool. All right. Oh, it's Kyle. Kyle just subscribed. Hi, Kyle. Kyle from Texas, right?
That's right.
Disney nerds, herders, ear to ear magic. You must be so happy to be into the parks. I can't really describe how happy we are to be in the parks. This is our lifeline. This is what we do. This is how we share. And for us not to be able to have something to share with people, it's sort of like taking away a paintbrush from anybody who that's what they do. It's like taking away an accountant's ledger book.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do work, you can't do things. So I want to flip it back around and let you know. These are the walls that you're going to see all over the place tonight in the other parks. These walls, some of them are more temporary than others. But you can see anytime that a line goes right beside another line, they put the walls up so that people can stand next to each other with a wall in between them to keep the physical distancing and the barriers. And see,
So you don't feel too claustrophobic.
right. If they were all the way up with the dark material, I would be so claustrophobic. Now, I will say, living with the land at Epcot, I was never so confined. There were, imagine
And 3 Cavalcades was the same.
Imagine this, but shorter and less wide, and there'll be 6 of them in a row. So you just go from one to the other. Very difficult.
Reminding us of all of the principles for health and safety.
So Disney Nerd Herders, rumors have it that Disney's currently making extra large masks. Yes, they are. They do.
Available online.
You can buy them online. You just can't get them in the parks just yet.
They just haven't made it here yet.
So again, nice fans. Now this area here, the interactive gaming area, is of course not available for touch and stuff like that. So we'll have to see if and when we get to a point where those can open back up.
You can see the line is moving really fast.
So it is. It moves rather quickly. We're already moving inside into the vault. It's going to a little get dark. Hopefully we're still going to be able to see in here.
The air conditioning is off. And hopefully we'll hold signal, guys. It does.
Yeah, hopefully we're not going to drop you here. So this right here, these are interactive. You can barely see them in the dark, and I apologize. But they are barrels that are made to spin. They're asking, they don't want you to spin them at the moment. If you guys have never been in here, the general idea is that every time a barrel spins, it shoots a projection up onto the ceiling. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a very strange number, 7. Each barrel, it corresponds to one of the dwarfs. When you spin it, that dwarf's image will appear on the ceiling. And when these are working, if you happen to have all 7 dwarfs appearing at the same time, all of them are being spun by people at the same time and working together. You see that thing in the middle there will actually project Snow White. So it's a really cool detail that they've added in, but unfortunately we can't really get to enjoy it or share it at the moment. So, oh, we went too far? Oh, we did. We went too far. Which is funny because there's a wall there,
There's not a wall over here.
but that's why. You can actually see the loading zone right over here. All right, so is there anybody on here who's watching who has never been on the mine train? Raise your hand if this will be the first time you've ridden on the mine train. Let us know. We'll put you in the front seat. All right, so yes, we are right here at the loading zone.
We'll wind back.
Yeah, we'll right back around. We're not quite loading just yet. Hi, Tatiana. How are you doing tonight? I can't want to say tonight because I feel like it's late, but it's really not that late.
It's early stuff.
We can't really do late night streams anymore because the park closes before it even gets dark. Here, I'll turn it around so you guys can see the safety screens. Again, more walls. What's our wait time right now? We were 20 till 5 when we first got in line.
On my count, it was 42 minutes after the hour.
So we're at about, what, 10 minutes now? At most. We're getting ready to go to the final.
Well more than halfway.
Good to have you back. And I'm glad you're in an air-conditioned mine, too.
It's very nice.
As you can see, they've got more walls up. A little bit more of the back and forth walls in this area. Now, this is normally where fast passes will come in. So fast passes will come up a different way. They'll come into this little entrance right here. And that's one thing I think that makes it go a lot quicker is you do not have fast PQ is what it is. There's no surprises last minute. Not gonna move up.
I think the only thing that will hold us up at this point is if we run into
A cleaning.
disinfecting.
Yes, you got to be aware. Here's the thing: if you enjoy the small and short waits, that's great. Be prepared for even when things are going fast, that all of a sudden it will just stop. Every so often they will stop the ride, and they will do a full sentence. So maybe going along well, and there may be a 20-minute wait, and then all of a sudden you're like stuck for a bit. It's because they're wiping down, sanitizing, spraying sanitizer on the rides. And generally, what we've seen is they'll spray the sanitizer on the rides, and then they'll run the car through one more time empty, basically as a way for the sanitizer to just kind of sit and sort of like, Lysol or cleaner you would do at home. You don't just put it on and wipe it. You got to let it sit for a bit, kill all those germs. So. Yeah, it's rough having to sign up for a specific park for reservations.
It can be tricky.
We are accustomed to the idea of being platinum pass holders that if something new or crazy or really interesting were to pop up even the day of, we can just jump over there and provide information to the followers on Instagram and on Facebook and get video and pictures. We tend to like to get things ourselves. We don't like to just share and do everybody else's stuff because first of all, we can verify it ourselves. We've seen it, we've touched it, we've experienced it. And just make sure that it's real. And so it's kind of frustrating that if something were to pop up now, let's say like today, they had a brand new product pop over at Epcot. I can't go over to Epcot and get a chance to look at it. So it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment for the most part.
The Disney listeners that it sounds like we feel safe here. We definitely do. We would not be here if we did not. Disney is doing a more than adequate job of disinfecting. I mean, while we were waiting, they were actually cast member came to clean off the little
Railings?
control center that the other cast member was using. So they're to that level of thoroughness. They're not even just concerned about us; they're concerned about the other cast members as well. We're just going through and cleaning everything periodically. So
The other day we were at the Jungle Cruise. We saw they were changing skippers from one skipper to the other. One skipper was into the piloting area. The other skipper came in and had a rag that they used to wipe down so that they could change spots for the ship. But even between cast members, they were being very cautious. So that's very appreciative for the most part.
Yeah.
But you can see right now, I've got a wall right behind me. Susan's got a wall right behind her. There's no one behind us, no one in front of us. So the main thing we have to worry about is whether or not if someone does have any symptoms or something like that, they're coughing and they're leaving anything. But if there's no one around me and I'm not touching anything around there, I feel very safe in the fact that I have access to sanitizer before and after. And we just have to follow protocols, and we feel that it's a safe place to be.
Yeah.
I actually feel more safe standing right here than I do in our grocery store.
absolutely, absolutely. There is nobody in our grocery store making people wear masks. There is nobody making sure that they follow rules. There's definitely not anyone walking around and frequently sanitizing everything. I feel very safe here.
And here I don't have to worry about somebody reaching over me or jumping right beside me to grab a can of white beans or something like that. There's been lots of instances grocery shopping where a personal space, which is the bubble's gotten much bigger or smaller depending on how you look at it, that I don't have that here nearly as much as I have in other public places. So it's kind of in a matter of perspective for the most part. So we've stopped. I would be willing to bet they're cleaning. If I could look over and see, I could probably see cast members are going back up and down with. They actually have these large sprayers with the sanitizer in it.
Yeah.
They're not using wipes. They're not going by and handing. We did visit a park back in June in which they were using wipes. They were using like paper towels and stuff like that. But this, it took way too long to clean it. For the most part, they've done really a good job of making sure that the process goes quickly.
They really have. And they are very thorough, so.
Thanks, Tatiana. We're going to enjoy the ride. Are you going to stick around and ride with us? Maybe not. Hopefully we'll get on here shortly.
I think they may, I'm trying to check the time.
Oh, Brandon.
5 o'clock, so they probably are, we have hit the 2-hour mark, so they may have paused to do sanitizing. I think they do it every 2 hours.
Yeah, I think they are. I think I'm up there. Yeah. We're moving again, so it really wasn't that long. So here's the thing. When they say it's 20 minutes, but if they do clean, it obviously sometimes will take just the amount of time they say it does, based on the fact that they had to clean. At least these walls are a little bit wider than some of the others, because like Living with the Land, oh my goodness, they were just wide enough for like one person to walk down for the most part. This is a creepy view. Just a guy with a mask on in a dark tunnel. Kind of creepy looking.
Before COVID, we would be like kicked out of for this. This is like.
That if you had any face covering before Disney, that wouldn't have been allowed. Now they don't want you to wear costume masks.
Yes, that is still true.
But it's funny how things have kind of changed for the most part. Now I might actually later on change masks in the process of the stream and go to a plain black one. It actually breathes better, and if it gets overheated, I will change masks. I will suggest that if you have extra masks, because some of them, one might get dirty. Tatiana, I did not get the ride Splash Mountain up in the line. We were about just minutes away from getting on the ride, and it broke down, and it was down for the rest of the day.
Car at all times. It's for your
Yeah, we're about in the middle. Tight fit.
Alright, let's see. Things that need to come off of me.
Hats. Take off your
This
hat.
needs to come off me. Put my sunglasses on.
All right, guys, here we go. Put your hands up. All right, I need everybody watching this live stream to smile because you're going to be in our picture. Hey, guess what? It's 5 o'clock. It's time to go home from work.
Myself back together.
All right, so we were supposed to be 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, we're actually on the ride and off, and that's with the cleaning. All right. Woohoo! All right, so touched a lot of surfaces. That's probably the biggest like bottleneck that I've seen in certain rides is just at the end where, you know, you got to grab hand sanitizer.
Yep.
Not that it's a huge deal, but if everybody's patient, it usually isn't. It's not too bad. Guys, I'd like to thank everybody who's watched so far, has given this stream a thumbs up. That's a huge, huge help to us, guys, because it lets YouTube know that it's something somebody's enjoying and maybe somebody else would enjoy it too, and it might suggest our stream to somebody else. All that kind of stuff really helps us, is what we do on a day-to-day. Anytime you like a video, if you comment on a video, all it does is it validates that it's got something that's of value to someone. and it will then offer it to someone else to see. So a huge help for us. So thank you so much. If you're watching it now and you haven't already, we'd love it if you could give us a thumbs up. And anytime you thumbs up or give us a comment, it does help. All about the algorithms. That kind of stuff is very helpful. So, all right, we've done Fantasyland of Pooh. We've done Mine Train, and we've also already done Space Ranger Spin. So at this point, we're just about an hour in to the stream, and we've already done more rides than we normally could do. Normally it would take you that long just to do Mine Train.
Need to run and do a free break.
So we're gonna see about where else we can go and take you over. Who wants to ride Dumbo? Does anybody want to ride Dumbo?
Dumbo would be fun.
Okay. I'm gonna take you guys over to Susan's gonna head to the left. I'm gonna take you guys to the right for a bit, show you some of the little different areas and show you what other things they've got set up. Just as far as how things are doing for making sure social distancing. I want you to notice right here, not a doctor photo, didn't Photoshop it. It's just not a lot of people at the moment, not huge crowds. There are people here, you know, you guys have seen them, but it's not as if there's no one's shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow all the time. Let's see if we can see another train come through. All right, so did you guys enjoy it? Was it? I don't know if I'd do it for 20 minutes though. That's just too long to wait. So now who's Jay? Who's Jay? Are you Jay?
I'm Jay.
Are you on YouTube?
I have 2 videos.
Well, what do you trade, Jay?
I trade stocks. I work for a stock trading company.
So okay, so if anyone needs to get some work, you know, Jay, this is Jay right here, Jay the Trader. So I was going to see if we wanted to trade pins, but hey, well, good luck, because nowadays it's like that roller coaster sometimes. So
I paid for the trip today.
there you go, that's it. Thanks, guys, have fun. So over here at Be Our Guest, what I wanted to point out to you guys is the fact that right now, you can get reservations, and it's actually somewhat easier to get reservations to have meals over here at Be Our Guest. But what I don't want you to do is to get yourself into trouble and book a lunch reservation and expect it to be what it was in the past. They have modified it so that it is no longer a different scenario at lunch than it is at dinner. It used to be at lunch, it was a sort of a quick service scenario. You would walk in, you would order off of a menu. And they would bring you your food, but it was the lunch-size portions, lunch-size prices, and that is no longer the case, at least for the short term. Right now, it doesn't matter what time of day, whether it's lunch or dinner, you will be subject to a fixed-priced 3-course meal. It is not exactly what I would consider to be a value meal in way whatsoever. So it is still wonderful to go inside and eat inside of the Beast Castle. And it's still a great experience, but it is going to be a full price dinner option even at lunch. So just take that into consideration if you guys are coming. If you see a lunch reservation and you grab it, just be prepared for the fact that it will be a fixed price 3-course meal. So, but again, you can kind of see this is what we're dealing with at the moment. It's just lower crowds. It is a lower capacity. They are limiting guests coming in. So it means for a higher quality experience for those who can come and ride. You can probably ride more than you normally could in a day's time. And you get to see a little bit more as far as things that go. The price being is the fact that, you know, characters are only available from a distance as far as those are concerned. You can't have character meals, like the Crystal Palace is now closed. So it's sort of a give and take. Certain places like Gaston's Tavern is not going to be open. Bonjour, Village Gifts is closed as well. So I think as they let more guests in and they were able to bring more cast members in, these options will become open and available again as well. So So you guys let me know who's already got a trip planned coming up. I know a few of you guys on here have said that you're coming here to the Magic Kingdom, or at least to Disney World here in the near future. Anybody else have a trip coming up? And if so, let me know if you have any specific questions, because we want to make sure we kind of share everything we've got as far as what we've seen and what we've experienced. So this is much more enjoyable than the conference call. Yes, I think I don't think I've had a conference call that's near as much fun as this. So Steve knows exactly what it is to be on some of those conference calls. I don't miss those conference calls in the slightest. I really don't. This is a change of pace for me for the most part. I mean, for many decades I was doing something else and worked in a business where, like anyone else, it's a schedule 9 to 5 if you were lucky, and we just decided we wanted to do something different. And so we've moved into the idea now that we can share when it comes to family travel, family experiences, especially here in Central Florida. We want to be able to do that. We work on our own hours, and our own customers are people that, like you guys who are watching, become our friends. We help you guys with trips and vacations. It doesn't cost you anything to use us, but we get paid by the vendors, so we get to make a living at no cost to you, and we get to help you guys have great vacations and share experiences like this. So it really is a great way to live, and it's a lot more enjoyable than some of the things I've had to do in the past. So yes, I very much agree. This is much better than some of those conference calls. But this has been rough this past 4 months. I think as of now, this is really at 4 months since we've been closed. Yesterday, we closed down. Officially, the parks were closed 1st of March 16th. So July 16th, yesterday, was a 4-month period where we just didn't have anything. And it was weird to have moved down to Florida, do this on a daily basis, to share with you guys, to help book vacations, to help put stuff out there as far as social media, do live streams like this, and then to have nothing for 4 months. It's kind of it's great to be back for the most part. Rebecca, great to be following along. Thank you so much for watching tonight. You're going to be back here in February. I'm hoping that by the time we get close to the February, when we do a live stream like this, it's going to be a completely different story. We're hoping that as things move and progress, that they're going to get better, that things are going to only get more open, and the numbers will start to reflect something that we've seen in the past. So I'm hoping by the time we get in February, we're going to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff back again, and we will move on. We can forget 2020 and move on to 2021. Dennis says we're hopefully coming in October. I'm hoping that the workshop, I'm hoping a lot of these things are open back up here in the next few months. Some of the other parks, such as Shanghai Disney, had some real good progression after they first opened up. They opened up with very limited crowds. As things got better, the numbers got better, they had more things opened up. So it was, it just, like I said, it was only a matter of time before certain things that weren't available anymore became available. So I'm hoping that's the case here as well. Let's see. Andy, did you happen to notice what time buses started running at the resorts in the morning? So I think, and here's the one thing that's also good about the way they've set up the structure right now, as far as the buses are concerned. None of the parks open at the same time, and none of the parks close at the same time. You will notice that each park has a 10-hour operating structure. So Animal Kingdom will open up at 8 a.m. and close at 6. Magic Kingdom will open up at 9 and close at 7. 10 o'clock for Hollywood Studios and close at 8. And then Epcot will be opening up at 11 and closing at 9. That allows for a better structure as far as the buses are concerned. And I believe that the buses will probably start at a minimal of an hour before. I will tell you this, from what we saw last week, it is really a change of pace. I've always been one who really wants to be here when the parks first open, to be one of the first ones to rush in. But you can just see, we just rode the mine train in 20 minutes. And that's 20 minutes with them having to clean the cars. There was a time where I felt like if you didn't get in here like the first part of the day, you didn't get to experience some of the shorter wait times, and some of the things didn't happen for you as well. I don't think that's necessarily the case at the moment. So if you get here and you start getting on the buses an hour before the park open, I think you're still going to be in a really, really good spot overall. Deanna, can you do, I want to make sure I don't miss any questions. Can you guys do social distancing selfies like in Universal? No. Yes and no. Over at Universal, and we've been to Universal now probably about 9 to 10 times. 9 to 10 times since they first opened up first in June. Over at Universal, they will have characters out on elevated stages. They are not at the same level you are. It kind of says a keep away kind of a deal. They have markers on the ground in front of it. Now, here's the deal with Universal. You stand on those markers in front of the stage. You can then turn around. Let's just say that lantern there is a character from Universal. Turn around, you can take your mask off and take a picture. They're still behind you from a distance, but it looks as though you're together. A social distance selfie. Here at Disney, you can, basically, if you can kind of catch a character in the parade and all that, yes, you can still do that. The only problem is you can't take your mask off. They don't like that at all. Matter of fact, when I was sitting there, like you said, if you joined us at the very beginning, we had a parade going on. I was actually drinking my Frappuccino, trying to finish it up before we need to go. And all of a sudden, Punzi was giving me a hard time because my mask wasn't on. I was actually drinking my Frappuccino, and even the characters are like, put your mask back on. So it makes it's a big difference as far as that's concerned. So Universal will allow you to take your mask off for pictures, but they will not let you take your mask off for pictures here. Matter of fact, I want to make this very clear. If you're going to go up to a PhotoPass photographer here at Disney, stand in front of the castle, go smiling at the camera, and take your mask off, they will not take your picture. The photographer will not even let you take your picture if your mask is on incorrectly. For whatever reason, your mask is down below your nose. They will give you instructions to fix your mask before they snap the picture. If you want to ride, like the mine train we just rode, and your mask comes off, is not on right, or you're sneaky and you decide to take it off for the picture, they aren't coming through quickly through the My Disney Experience app. Matter of fact, some of them were taking anywhere from 36 to 48 hours to come out. I think it's because they're actually manually going through all of the photos. And if your mask is not on in the photo, you will not get it. They will delete it, and it will be as if it never existed. We know that for a fact. We do have some associates who had one reason or another said that either they or somebody in their party, one of their kids or something, was playing around with their mask, and after the ride, they went to go see it, and they saw that the thing was there up on the screen, and it never showed up. They never received it. So keep your mask on for all your pictures and for all your selfies as well. So, all right, we're gonna walk around here a little bit more and see what our wait time is for the Little Mermaid. Let's see, wait time. It's 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. That is insane, crazy like. So it's going to take us longer to walk through the queue than it will be to get on the ride. Now, this is generally a lower wait time ride overall. It does move quickly as far as it's like an omni mover, meaning the cars never really stop, so they can continually put more and more guests on it. But it's also a very well air conditioned ride, so it usually does quite well in the heat and the rough times. But no fast passes at the moment. So before we were walking through here, there weren't a lot of people. There are a few more people now, but it's still not that bad. All right. I want to see exactly how many rides we can get into without even being overly crazy running around trying to get all of them. in just the 3 hours we have here. Hopefully we can catch at least another parade as well. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ride under the sea. Let's go see Ariel. And we'll meet back up here just afterwards. I could use a little air conditioning myself. I don't know if anybody's keeping count how many hand sanitizers we've encountered at the moment. Thank you. Sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. One of the things that I'm really having to work with our kids over the past week, I don't know if you guys are like this yourselves or if you have kids like it, the idea that you want to touch the rails. And I totally get that. It's a very tactile environment that as you walk along, you want to feel the rope. You want to see what the top of this touches and feels like. You want to touch every rock. And so it's really hard because subconsciously you just kind of want to touch everything. So one of the mindsets we're having to really work with, and this is something I have to do with myself, is that when you're going along and you're touching or not touching things, it's just to keep your mind active and don't just go to your normal habit of touching all the rails. Now, I know for a fact, after talking with some cast member friends of ours, that they're not even using the full queue. The whole queue over here, they just, you go through a early door.
Come back when you can stay longer. I'll miss you. Okay, got something else? Guys? Brad? Wait here. Okay, this is called a hot sunflower. Set it down easy. Good. Beautiful. What are these? 3 humans can drink at the same time. What? Yeah. Hey, man, we got company. Yeah. Hey, you got a beach? You like Melbourne? Yeah, that's your favorite line. I had a helmet, and I don't think it stayed down very well. I tell you, that storm really was a doozy, but I knew it was coming. You know how? Every time my bird's sinus heads up, there's always it never fails. Oh, look, you found your whip whip. These are great. You're right.
All right, so sometimes working your way through used to dark, I have the signs on the floor. A little bit easier to see.
Así que, para su seguridad, mantengan sus manos, brazos, pies, piernas y aletas dentro del vehículo. Y vigilen a los niños. Gracias.
Hello. Right there. Thank you. All right, who's ready to go under the sea? Hopefully it won't drop you guys in here. Enjoy.
Wait, let me start in the middle. Wait, no, well, I'm thinking that's a terrible place to start a story. I'll just tell you how it ends. No, wait, I got an idea. I'll start at the beginning. I was born from a small in a white one story down there is interesting as that is.
Everybody sing along. You know the words.
Since life is here, we got to be here naturally. Even the sun and the rain, we got to sit, you got to hear it under the sea. We move it through the place, play the bass and bass on the drum. The fast play the master drum, play the top. The flute is the duke of soul. Yeah. He can play the lead song, the spin the drum, back it up, back the street, the snare and the snap. Where it's at, I know that glory well. Under the sea, the hunting extends downward with a genie from me. Up on the shore they work all day, out in the sun they sail away. While we keep floating, floating under the sea.
And you thought you weren't going to be able to see happily ever after today. Well, yes indeed. Yes, I do.
And winds of the Caspian Sea. Now racers lost sight of set, max laryngitis, love but change to me.
Oh, I'm just glad she kept her head on her today. It's a shame, goodbye, you gonna kiss me, girl. All right, so what do you guys think? Just as cool as ever. Thank you. All right, so one of the new skills that I've acquired in the past few months is the idea of being able to get in and out of things without having to grab onto something first. Hang on one second. Hand sanitizer. Alrighty. At every exit is hand sanitizer. Usually at 2 or 3 different places as well. So one of the new skills is learning how to get in and out of rides without having to grab a rail or stand up or something like that. Small little things like that make me feel just a little bit more comfortable. Now I'm going to share this with you guys. You probably have seen this countless number of times. But for those who haven't seen it, let me just share it with you real quick. All right, this is one of probably the coolest hidden Mickeys in the parks. It's not the largest, but it's pretty huge. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at a series of rocks just outside the exit to the under the sea. There's going to be a rock here in the middle, and then what I want you guys to focus on, and see if I can get it to show you. And there's a little dent in the rock right about there in this front rock. There's another rock over here has another similar dent right about there. Those are going to be two buttons in the pants of Mickey, specifically Steamboat Willie. So I want to see if I can line this up for you guys. If you stand in just the right spot, and this got to be, I promise you, just the right spot. Right about here, when you stand there, if you guys can see it, give me a hands up or let me know in the comments. But those two indentions I showed you, one there and one there, are the two buttons of Steamboat Willie. So what you're looking at is there's his pants there, one leg and shoe. His other shoe is right there. There goes his shoulder. There's Mickey's ear right about here. There's Mickey's face right here. And his hand goes up. And on the other rock in the very back there is a steering wheel, specifically for the Steamboat Willie. But you have to stand just when the rocks line up just right for you to be able to see him. If not, it's just a bunch of rocks. But if you stand right here, you can see Steamboat Willie. Have you guys ever seen that one before? I know it's a lot more commonly known now than it was in the past. First time I was told about that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. There's a rock hidden Mickey somewhere. That's the thing I like about a lot of the things that the Imagineers have done here is they've come up with details just like that. To where if you stand in just the right spot, you can see it. Another cool thing about the queue there, if you've never heard, there is actually a spot where they have put a hole in the ceiling of the cave that is supposed to be, if the conditions are right, as they should be, every October 18th at around 12:01, something like that, I believe. The light will come in such a way into the cave such that it will make a Mickey sunlight symbol on the bottom floor of the cave. And I have yet to see it in person because usually we're here to say hello on Mickey's birthday, but I've just never been in the queue at that time, so I've just never seen it for myself. So again, I feel like I'm back in the park, but I didn't pay the ticket. Hey, that's the great thing, you know. We can share this, and not everyone can come on a regular basis. So I know I've done my fair share of watching and experiencing, especially before we moved to Orlando. I would do this on a regular basis, watch some other people's videos and things, just so that I could feel like I was back in the park as well. It helps in between trips, it really does, and I appreciate the fact that you're watching it with us tonight. There's a cool hit. That's a cool hidden Mickey. Yeah, Deanna, I think that's one of the cooler ones that they've done. I want to flip this back around so you guys can see. One of our favorite places to go right now is unfortunately still closed. Big Top Souvenirs. Now back in the spring, Big Top actually had a fire, and it had some damage to it. They did fix it and take care of it, but unfortunately, at least since the reopening, it's not opened back up. It's not related to the fire, but it just means that even before we had the shutdown, there were some times where we didn't get to really enjoy the Big Top Souvenirs. Great gift shop, but really great bakery inside as well. So, also we've noticed as we've been back that the water soak station here at Casey's is not had the water turned on. I'm sure that's again to keep people from congregating in groups and having the kids get too close to one another. That's rather unfortunate because this is a really great place to kind of cool off in the summertime, and the kids can come out here and just get doused in the water and cool off. We don't have that capability at the moment, so hopefully that will get better. All right, so I thought before we do anything else and meet back up with Susan, I'll take you guys over to see what Tron looks like. We'll walk up here as far as we can before they have it closed off. But we have, since we moved here, have been watching this be built from the ground up. We saw the first tracks being installed, and unfortunately you can't see as much of the track now as you could when they were still building it. Of course, now they're building the walls and of the actual building in it around. So the only track you can see presently is the track that extends here at the very far edge. It also means that because of the fact that this is being built and they have to build a tunnel in a way that the way to get into the ride will go to a bridge that allows the Walt Disney World Railroad train to cross or go underneath it. We've had no train for the longest time either. Deanna, I don't know. We don't have a specific time. All I know is that it was supposed to open in 2021. It was slated to be open for the 50th anniversary, which would be October 1st. I am really, truly hoping that the 4 months downtime, because they did not do any construction while the parks were closed, that has not and will not delay this opening up for next year. Because I would really like to say that this will be opened up by the time we celebrate the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. But this is just the outside track. Once the inside track is all done, you do get to come out one other time and one big trip out before it goes back in. If it is anything like the one in our sister park across the way, this will probably have some sort of covering on it as well, so that it's not just completely out and about. But we're still a little bit unsure if that's going to still be the case or not. Plans could change depending on how things go for the most part. So Steve, the 50th anniversary is going to be October 1st. Walt Disney World opened up October 1st, 1971. And that is why at this point we can actually book anybody who wants to come and visit in 2021. Right now, Susan and I can book you a vacation and get you a hotel room, get you tickets all the way up until September 26th. Look at the bird there, that's pretty awesome. Why September 26th? And that's the reason is because the very next week after September 26th is going to be the 50th anniversary. We think they're sort of holding that time off right now until they can kind of get some things set in place so that when they do open it up, it's ready for those who are coming. There is going to be a giant push for people to be here that first weekend of October next year for that 50th. So I've already got a laundry list of people that are ready to book and get ready to get a room and some tickets for that time because they want to be here on the 50th anniversary. So I just recommend anybody who's interested in that, shoot me an email. And just send it to me at Chris Edwards, no space, no dot in between, just Chris Edwards at travelmation.com or travelmation.net, like animation, but travelmation.net. You should be able to see my email in the captions of our videos. Shoot me an email and let me know if you guys are interested in booking and holding something for that time period, because that's going to be a big day. I remember we were here for the 45th anniversary, and that was a lot of fun. Craziness, but a lot of fun. And so I'm really excited about being here for the 50th as well. So just thought I'd share that. This is probably the closest we can get inside of the park. You can kind of see it from the other side of the Tomorrowland Speedway as well. But that's going to be an amazing ride. When you get on the cars, those motorcycles, and you lean forward and they'll lock you in, you're going to be speeding around this track. So smooth, so fast. I just cannot wait to try that out for the first time next year. So Deanna, asking question about the restaurant over in Epcot. We were actually over there yesterday afternoon. I was looking to see how things were going. They're still, it was supposed to open up at the first part of this year, the first quarter. And it has not. Did not make it for its first opening. They were moving it to April. So at this point, I'm not really sure when that's going to happen. It's rough enough when you have a brand an existing restaurant and you have to retrofit to hold for social distancing. It's a whole nother animal to have a brand new one that you've already built that hasn't even opened yet. Now you have to find a way to make it work. So look at that.
Ball right here.
Oh, Goof is all bit. How's it going, Chris?
I can't tell if you're Goofy or Stitch. Today it seems more like Stitch.
Aloha!
Hello, so guys, if you don't know, this is ear-to-ear magic. By the way, we were talking a little bit about the rainstorm that's coming in right now. How are you feeling about?
It's not 3 o'clock. I thought they're only supposed to come at 3.
Oh no!
It's delayed.
Chat, did you hear that?
That's some thunder. That's some major thunder.
no,
But you
this-
know what? For being in Florida now, we kind of look forward to those in a way.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on Barnstormer before I feel like
You're gonna be on the Barnstormer. If it's gonna rain, you might as well be in the Stormer. But no, hey, it's
I didn't even think of it.
but no,
Okay, well-
it's actually a good time to be on it. But I think we're gonna be okay. I see some blue sky still.
Yeah, so they said it's pouring over near the Universal side, but you know, Disney has that biodome bubble that I hear
That's
so
because
much about.
Universal's the dark place.
That's
It's
what they say. All right, my
But
friend. Hey,
that's good to see, man.
good seeing you.
Get on-
Social distance. Stay safe
Yeah,
out there.
enjoy the short times. So
All right.
good to see you, Chris.
All right, see you later.
That's Chris Spokesman. If you guys don't follow some of the other YouTubers and stuff, Spokesman's a great guy. I met him for the first time in Epcot many years ago, and I had no idea he was a Disney account. He was no idea I was a Disney account. We just hung out for probably about 10-15 minutes in the Epcot, shooting up a photo shoot at the same spot doing the monorail, and it was just kind of cool. That's what I like about the Disney community. Really good guys for the most part, and it's just kind of fun to run into them. And you know what? For 4 months, you didn't get to see people like that. You didn't ever get to run into anybody like that, so it's so kind of cool to just say hello and see people again. So that was pretty awesome. Chris does a lot of streaming. We've not done a lot of streaming. This is sort of new for us. We've done a few things. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the streaming and it's working out. That's something that you guys are enjoying. So if you haven't already and you're watching, or let me know, give the video a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments what you like, what some feedback you need from it, and be glad to do it. I think if this is something that's beneficial and you guys really enjoy it, we'd love to do it more often. So Deanna, oh, you follow Spokesman as well. Yeah, anybody named Chris has got to be a pretty good guy, I think, for the most part. I don't know too many Chris's that are difficult to deal with for the most part. So flip this back around and show you guys a little bit more of the mine train. Now, here's the funny thing. If you guys were watching with us earlier, we got on the mine train. It was less than 20 minutes. Right at 20 minutes it took us. This right here is the side of the mine train. This is the line. This is where they put in the line to accommodate for, look how long the line could be. So, hey Carla, oh, you saw us on the other, you saw us on Chris Spokesman stream. That's awesome. So it's funny how we cross paths, but I love being able to see my buddies like that in the park. So when I say we like to see you in the parks, that comes from the heart. We really do enjoy and seeing people in the flesh and getting to know people. So if you guys are ever in Disney and you happen to see us, please don't feel as like, oh no, I don't want to bother you. I want you to come up and say hello. I'd love to meet you in person, because that's just part of the idea of these parks and how much fun they can be. So please say hello. But yeah, I'm showing you, this is the line. They put this in, it's still going around. This is how long they anticipate it could one day be as they open more crowds up. And as times go along, they will be allowing more and more people in the parks. So for now, if there's any way you guys could get in now while this is not even being used in the slightest, the best time in the world to do it. Now, at the same time, I hear people go, well, it's not safe. There's, huge numbers in Florida, and I get that. Here's the thing. We're not here to tell you how to think or what you should feel or what's right or what's wrong, because there's really no such thing. But for us, this is a safe space. We can vacation here. We brought our kids here on a regular basis. As long as we follow the rules, we feel pretty comfortable. And I understand that that's not the same for everybody. And that kind of goes for everything. Not one vacation is good for everybody. Disney's not perfect for everybody. Universal is not perfect for anybody. But it's just knowing, the understanding that whatever is good for you, making sure that it's comfortable for you is the important thing. So don't let anybody tell you you have to vacation a certain way. Your family has to do this way. If you come to Disney, you have to stay at this hotel, you have to eat at this restaurant, and you have to go on Magic Kingdom on a Tuesday. You should find a thing that works for you and your family in the best way possible. And if this is a time that you feel comfortable and you guys can follow the rules and everybody else is following the rules, you could really take advantage of some really short wait times. But we have lots of travel clients who don't feel comfortable for whatever reason, one way or the other. And so we've been very, very helpful in trying to make sure that we can reschedule them for later at a time where they feel comfortable. And I think that that's just important to find when your right time to go is. So. Deanna says, I'm going to flip it back over so you guys can see the carousel. Deanna says they've been super tempted to just fly down on a whim the week before. Yes, I know it is tempting when you see that it's just, you can just jump right on. It's crazy like that.
Do we want to get some ice water?
Ice water? All right, sure. Hello. Thanks, Mangan. All right. So we ran into Spokesman over at the Barnstormer.
I saw.
He was being funny, you know. He didn't even know what he was going to get on the Barnstormer as the storm's coming over. Like, dude, it'd be awesome if it started raining on the way. All right, so one of the key things. All right, make sure we get some hand sanitizer. One of the key things to do when you're in the parks anytime, you need to hydrate. And it may not be as hot as it is like normally, but yes, with wearing the mask, it's sometimes a little bit harder to breathe. You get a little bit warmer. Just get some water. And the big thing is you can just ask. Just simply ask, may I have some water? And they'll be glad to give you some water.
Thank you so much.
How are you guys doing today?
Awesome. We're
Wonderful.
here, right? So we cannot complain. Yep, yep.
And it got some storm coming. Yeah, so you know we'll get some rain.
That's sort of perfect. Either way, we don't mind. A rainy day at Disney is better than any day anywhere else. So.
We're just accustomed to it being at 3 o'clock, so it's a little late today. So thank you, Paul Brian. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. So simply enough, walk into a quick service, and it's a lot easier when they're not as busy. But if you ask a cast member if you can simply get an ice water, they will be glad to help you out and make sure you can get something to drink.
Do you want to sit for a minute, or we want to
Why don't we just sit for just a second?
Yeah. Let's find a sunny spot. How about that corner?
Um,
Over by the window.
Okay.
Light in there. So you guys can see us.
All right. How about this?
Over here.
There we go.
You guys have fun on Dumbo? I missed.
Oh, we didn't go Dumbo yet because we wanted to.
Oh, whoa! I'm sorry, guys.
Right under this seat. But we didn't jump on Dumbo, and I didn't want to get on Barnstormer. Just
You
yet,
didn't want to
so.
ride Barnstormer in a thunderstorm? That sounds exciting.
I almost did, but then we ran into Chris and I got distracted. So it's the first time I've seen you since the parks have been open again. So it's kind of fun to see you in person.
Pretty cool. We've talked to him virtually several times.
While we're sitting here, let me plug that in.
Yep.
And we'll just sit for a couple of minutes. Let us know while we're sitting here. Ask us the big questions. What are the things that you really want to know?
I've got him up right here.
And let's get the big questions out of the way.
Carla says it's sprinkling in the parking lot. Luckily, that's like several miles away from here.
It is a good distance away.
Huh?
Not sprinkling just yet in Fantasyland, but it will be here shortly, I'm sure. Now, I'm seeing people run by, but I don't know if it's because it's raining or because they just really
Because
have to
they
go
have
to the
a potty
bathroom.
emergency, yeah.
They just really have to go to the restroom. We did not ride Dumbo just yet.
Okay.
So we were seeing that.
I hope you guys have noticed the routes really are not bad. I mean, you saw we walked right in here at Pinocchio. I know it's not like prime time for a meal, but it is a couple hours before they close, so it would be a time people might think about eating, and there's nobody in here right now.
It's best if you guys do come into the parks. This is generally a good rule anytime. Don't wait to eat at 12 o'clock.
No.
Don't eat dinner at 5 or 6 o'clock if you can help it. Either eat a late lunch or an early lunch and do the same for dinner. Just because of the fact that, like right now, it's almost 6 o'clock.
It's probably
We can
going to start getting busy.
Walk right in here at the Pinocchio house and get anything to eat.
If you're going to look to get lunch at like 11, it's going to come a lot faster than if you wait until 12:30. And this is something that we found to be actually true when we weren't paying attention and waited until it was 12:30. And we had to wait a while. And everybody.
And mind you, last Saturday it started raining. And so that's the time that everyone goes, hey, let's get something to eat because it's raining.
It's raining, get out of the rain.
It was really crowded and all of the in any of the places where there was overhang. And that's probably the worst thing that can happen when you're trying to social distance is when people are out and all of a sudden it just starts pouring down rain. Because at that point you're not thinking, you're just like get under cover.
Yeah.
So if it is getting into a situation like this, just want to have a backup plan of where you can go that maybe is not as popular.
It's a little trickier right now because they're limiting how many people are in the store at one time. So good places might be Mickey's Bowl of Magic, that's still open currently, so you can walk in there. Lots of space in the queue to spread out, even if you're not able to get into where the show is.
Go see Country Bears.
Yep.
Or if you're lucky enough, go grab a spot in a relaxation station, which we did get to do while we were in Afghanistan because I was going to come back and check with you. Over in Peak Silly Sideshow is a relaxation station. Is a place that's designated for going into, sitting down in the air conditioning or in a spot where you can take your mask off. Everyone who enters the relaxation stations does go with realization and acknowledgement of the fact that people will be removing their masks. So, if you don't feel comfortable being around or in a space where people are taking their mask off, then you don't want to go into relaxation stations. But if it's going to rain, if you can be one of the first persons in to the one at the over by Big Top and Dumbo, they only allow so many people into the station. So if it fills up, they will just not guarantee any more admittance. So that's a great place to be if it just happens.
Yeah, it's not going to be overcrowded.
So Carla wants to know when the water parks are going to open.
We have not heard any word on that as of yet. Disney hasn't, not even whispers. We haven't even heard whispers on that. So you know that if we hear something, we'll definitely let you know. We want to get back into water parks too. It's one of our favorite places to be, especially in summertime when it's super duper hot.
It's really hard to be Platinum Plus. We have, other than the Premier, which allows for people to access both Disneyland and Disney World, our Platinum Plus annual pass allows us to have access to the water parks as well. And it's a little bit of an issue at the moment, being the fact that not only are we limited in the number of days we can go to a park for park reservations, we can't even access the water parks, even though that's something we paid and upgraded to. So, I'm curious to see how Disney's going to handle that. I know that they've given a 30-day extension to all pass holders to sort of, say, apologize for the inconvenience of those who can't get into the water park still at all. Maybe some further recommendations.
Yeah, we'll see. We are totally empathetic with anyone who's experiencing some frustration with the current rules. We are frustrated with them as well. We're just trying to work as best we can within them and hoping that things will loosen up as time goes on.
I would really like to start doing a weekly stream if that's something you guys would be interested in, at least for one of the parks. So that would mean I would have to have access to the parks whenever.
Yeah.
So we'll wait to see how that's going to happen, and maybe we'll have some more flexibility. I was able to grab a park reservation for today just yesterday morning when they made more available. So it really is going to be a touch and go scenario where it depends on where we can get into the parks. But,
we may have to have a live from a Universal Park instead. So they are open every day too.
we can go to Universal, we just can't ride any rides.
Yes.
That's funny. I could have gotten on the Barnstormer, like Chris is doing right now. I could have gotten on the Barnstormer with the stream and taken it with me. The exact same ride that exists over at Universal is going to be Woody Woodpecker's, is it the Nut Coaster or Nut House or something like that? I got in trouble because I took my camera on that during the live stream, and they stopped the ride and made me put my camera away. Exact same ride. So Universal has a completely different mindset as far as things go. They won't let you use any kind of videoing or streaming services on their attractions. I could not have done Mine Train. I could not have done Under the Sea or any of that. So
It's true.
we can do Universal. We'll be glad to take you guys there with us as well, but it won't be as much fun. We'll be able to do some rides.
We have to walk around and just show you the sights.
So speaking of rides, we've got an hour left before the park closes.
What do we want to ride?
What do you want to ride? Let us know. Tell us in the comments right now. Something because we make sure we cover some things. Haunted Mansion is an option, but it can be somewhat dark. But we'll be doing that if you guys would like to. We can do Splash Mountain. If we can get on there before the rain comes. Big Thunder Mountain. Pirates may be a little dark, but we can definitely try that as well.
Yep.
Let us know. We're going to put our mask back on because we've been sitting at a table at a restaurant. As we get up, we'll put our mask back on. Let us know.
Pirates.
Pirates. We have one Pirates of the Caribbean. And if we're lucky enough, we might be able to get one or two. So, or even more. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
So while we're getting up,
Short, so.
put your votes in now. Let's see where we're going. I'm kind of thinking Splash Mountain comes to the fact that we haven't. I didn't get the right of the other day. So.
Well, we have a vote for Splash.
Now, if you ride Splash with us, we recommend that you go get yourself a cup of water, and during the drop, we want you to just splash water on your face. And get the put this up on the big screen in the living room, and just sit in front of it and just splash yourself in the face with water, and then you get the full sensation.
There you go.
All right, back, mask on. Just having fun. Is you guys having a good time? The biggest thing for me is I just wanted you guys to be able to see exactly for yourself. Pictures are great. Small video clips are wonderful, but it does mean a whole different thing when you can see things like live what we're doing now here. Hang on, hand sanitizer. Sanitize, sanitize, sanitize.
That's right.
All right. We do look like we have a little bit of a storm coming through here. Oh, and by the way, all you new subscribers, thanks guys so much. We appreciate you guys hitting that subscribe button. It means that we just get to have more people on when we have chats, and we can provide a little bit more information. The more people, and the more people come on, the more fun we can have as we chat back and forth.
That's right.
If you've just subscribed to us, and if you've never seen or done anything with us as far as videos or anything on Instagram or on Facebook, we are a family of 5. We have 3 kids who have graciously volunteered to stay at home this afternoon because, well, basically we wore them out the past couple of days. They just want to stay home and play video games and eat pizza for one afternoon this week.
That's right.
So, but there's 5 of us. We've been going to Disney for many, many, many years. And for the past year and a half, we have lived here. Matter of fact, I think I can see our house. It's just on the other side of here. Normally we can see fireworks and all that. So we moved here just so we can see this stuff, experience it more, and be able to talk to more experience of when we've been here. We have also, so what do we do? Are we Disney YouTubers? Are we vloggers? Actually, first and foremost, we work with Travelmation travel agency. We actually have travel clients that we help book vacations anywhere in the world, but because of the fact that we live here and we can talk so much and see everything, we do a lot of Disney and Universal vacations. So if ever we can help you guys out, there's no fees, there's no charges for us to do that. Disney and Universal pays us, and you get to use us, and we get to have fun, and somebody else pays for it. So
Exactly.
that's what we do, but we like to be able to share things like this as well and give you information. Like, for instance, right up here behind me, it's a small world. When we were here last Saturday, all of this was construction walls. It had walls all up and down in the queues. They're now opened up. So I'm not sure what they changed or how they changed it, but it's good to be able to see differences and changes as they happen. And for now, we could actually jump on Peter Pan's flight pretty easily. We could also do It's a Small World. I think we're going to try to go do Splash Mountain, Big Thunder, and work our way back and see what else we can do.
Absolutely.
It's a safety message that comes on every so often.
Yes, frequently just reminding you of the rules.
You've been here for 9 hours, but just in case you missed it.
You've heard it 300 times already.
Yeah.
But time, just in case you forgot.
What's really funny is when you're at Galaxy's Edge and you're like in amongst all this Star Wars stuff, and there's, you know, there's our best writing and font everywhere, and there's all these people dressed up, and you're in a different world on a different planet, and then all of a sudden the guy comes on and welcomes you to Disney World. It's really a fourth wall breaker. It's unusual for Disney. They don't normally allow that kind of stuff.
Nope.
So
We're in unique times though, so.
unique times call for unique measures. All right, so we're gonna make our way over to Frontierland. We're in Liberty
Square right now.
at the moment. The just so if you're asking, the Liberty Bell
It's ready.
boat is running. People can ride it. They just, of course, have distancing in place when you get on the boat, so people are different away from each other.
Right now.
All right, so what's the next ride, guys? So Tatiana, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think we guys be okay if we rode Splash Mountain? I just.
One of Chris's favorite rides, and he hasn't ridden it in quite some time.
I haven't ridden Splash Mountain in so long. It's just a childhood favorite. I know there's lots of controversy about it, and there's lots of people who don't care for it. And I personally grew up loving the ride. I have my own story I'd love to share with you guys one day about it and kind of what that means. But to me, it's got music, which I love music. Anything happy Disney music. It's got animatronics. It's got a water ride aspect to it. It's got a drop. And in the hot days, it's also got air conditioning. It's also one of the first rides as a kid that can be considered a thrill ride. So I'm going to be happy to see what they do with it when they move it over and they change it over to Princess and the Frog, because honestly,
We love that movie.
Princess Tiana is just a wonderful princess. She's done one of the most magical things for us and our daughter in the park. So that's always going to be a great thing.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, anytime you make a change like that, there's always going to be someone who's a little hesitant on it. We like Frozen Ever After, but that doesn't mean we don't miss Maelstrom.
Yeah.
So it can just be difficult sometimes when it comes to change. But for now, is it going to happen immediately? I don't think so. There are a lot of people who are scared that they may never get to ride it again. I don't think it's going to be happening that quick. Lots of people scrambling to get merchandise. I think they're going to have a lot of merchandise for a while.
I think so too.
So it's not necessarily a huge rush, even though a lot of people are grabbing it. But for now, I just want to be in a place where it's very humid and you get water splashed in your face. So also, let me pop it over here and let you guys see Big Thunder.
The geyser's running.
There's the boats in the background. You can see Liberty Bell.
The Liberty Bell in the distance.
So normally earlier in the day, they have a couple of the Tom Sawyer boats going back and forth.
It normally closes around 4 though, no
Yeah.
matter what. So
Usually it closes earlier in the afternoon. But Chip and Dale has been on the boats earlier this week.
yeah.
So they will just ride back and forth and wave at everybody. Look at that castle, guys. Well, except for that Tron crane.
Ignore the crane.
Pretend the crane isn't there. But
So the light, when the light catches the gold, I know there was a lot of mixed feelings about the gold. Even I was a little hesitant about it. It just looks very regal. I like it.
What
I
is-
like the old as well, but this is very bright.
so let's give a shout out to Dream Big, Live Grand. They just subscribed. Thanks, guys. So glad you joined us tonight in this uber crowded time.
So crowded, guys. I don't know if
So
we can
rough.
socially distance with, all these people all around us.
But thanks for joining us tonight as we kind of this is our last hour. We have less than an hour before the park closes. So we're going to see what our wait times are. And 20 minutes on Big Thunder. And 20 minutes on Splash Mountain. Huh. Choices, choices. So Deanna says that she's never ridden Splash Mountain.
Oh, then we have to ride Splash
It's-
Mountain.
So did we ride it for Deanna?
I think we ride it for Deanna.
All right, well, Deanna, this one's for you then. Let's go ride Splash Mountain just for Deanna.
Yep.
Nobody tell her what's going to happen. It's all going to be a big surprise. Hopefully, we'll be able to keep the stream on the entire time.
No, we'll see.
I have no idea what the signal is going to be like inside.
We're so excited.
It's funny. It says you may get wet. That's always the danger. They always tell you that it's a possibility you will get wet. Hello. There's Brer Fox, Brer Bear, and Brer Rabbit there at the beginning. There's hand sanitizer. I've got like 7 layers of hand sanitizer on my hands right now. Yeah, when we get done, I'm gonna have to go and wash my hands. Now, I want you to look. This is a 20-minute wait. Look how long the line is. Normally, if the line is out this long, we're talking at about maybe 60, maybe 70, 90 minutes if guests are out this far. Here's the difference. You see the markers on the ground. When everybody's spaced out as far as they are, it fills up the queue a lot quicker with less people. So this could very well still be a 20-minute scenario for the most part. So let's put our timestamp. It is 6:10. So let's see when we actually get on. See if we can get on by 6:30. Now, one of the funniest controversies that happened here recently, Disney World was when, was it a year and a half ago, 2 years ago? They got rid of straws. You could not get straws.
Entirely. No straws.
All you could get was paper straws. So,
Hey!
hello.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
We're flipping. It's
Give
our
her a flip
awesome
over.
agent friends.
Some of our other friends from Travelmation.
We'll see you.
We're steering the wet side. So they got rid of straws. No plastic straws. Only paper straws. Because they wanted to be more environmentally conservative and friendly to, the animals. Immediately afterwards, Splash Mountain got a new sponsor.
Yes.
Ziploc bags. And I thought it was kind of cool. It was a cool marketing thing. But when you would walk into this section right here at Splash Mountain, a representative would hand you a really cool plastic Ziploc bag that had the Splash Mountain logo on it. So all this thing about we're getting rid of all the extra plastic, and then they started handing out plastic bags. It was funny to see the things on all the forums and the people's comments and questions about it.
Yes.
I still do have a bag. I have a Ziploc bag that never actually got used from Splash Mountain. It was a cool bag.
It was.
I mean, you go into the you go into the grocery stores, and I admit it, you go into the grocery stores and you see Mickey on a bag, and you're like, I'm going to buy those Ziploc bags. Why? Because Mickey's printed on it. It happens all the time. So I could see that happening. But it was just funny. It really was. Is the Splash Mountain store restocked? It was as of this morning.
It is in the end of the data, so
Yeah.
likely it is
There's no
empty
telling
once
now.
Again.
I don't know if the eBayers have gotten into it again. I couldn't tell you. We'll see at the end. Tatiana says she has a bag, one of those Ziploc bags. Yeah.
We love it.
It's like Forky. It's trash, but you want to hold on to it. So, well, that's kind of. We're stuck in between two places.
We're gonna stop here.
We're
and
good.
It's okay because there's not anyone in the adjacent.
Yeah, sometimes when you're supposed to stop here, wait here kind of deals, you can't see around the corner. So
Yeah, we get into trouble with that. Either we go too far or we can't see, so we hold back and then the line gets like way ahead of us. So it's an adjustment.
you know what? The lines are, I'm not going to say the lines are suggestions, but if for whatever reason you do get caught in that scenario, just make sure you got some space and wait for the lines to move ahead again.
Yep.
So
We're going up the stairs.
we're going to go up the stairs and into the area where it's air conditioned.
The stairs get tricky too.
Yeah, when you can't see them on the stairs. Like, wait
Until you
here.
get up close to them, so you might overshoot thinking there's another one coming. I think they should put it here too, on the face.
Yeah, if they put it on the edge of the upwards of the step, you can see it even still. Deanna, you can now buy that bag on eBay for $30.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, if you want to buy a Ziploc bag, a single Ziploc bag for $30, then that's awesome. Go for it.
What things people collect.
I don't know. I've bought things before like that didn't really justify, but just one they're cool. Now, it's funny they put that you made it wet. We rode Cali River Rapids last week at Animal Kingdom, last Sunday.
They have a lot of the water features turned off, so.
All of the water features that were dripping down or dripped down onto the boat from the caves and stuff like that, are the ones that would pop up from the sides. All of them were turned off because they didn't want to.
Because the day before, one of my agent friends that we just saw online, they were running. So.
They just turned them all off. I think they're afraid to splash water onto people, even though it's a water ride. We got off that ride. My son was, well, all of our kids were very upset because of the fact that we got off Cali River Rapids completely dry. Completely dry.
They wanted to get wet. It was hot.
So they just turned everything else off, and
I don't ride those because I don't like the smell of hard water. So and I know it's clean. I just don't like.
She'll ride this one though. What does that tell you?
I really, really like it. I really
She will
like
not.
the ride.
Susan does not ride any other water rides like this anywhere.
It is true.
But Splash
I
Mountain.
rode Cali on our 4 parks in 1 day challenge, and that was like a huge.
Yeah, it was unusual for her to do that.
That was me saying yes.
So for her to ride a water ride, it has to be a pretty special ride for the most part. We can see around the corner. All right. All right, so if you have friends who love Splash Mountain, this is the time to tell them to jump on and ride with us. We got about 3 to 4 minutes before we get on. Moving pretty quick.
It is moving very quick.
Okay, we got our first walls here, just like the ones in the mine train.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact the lines are actually stopping. It tells you something. They don't expect the line on that side to ever get long if they don't put the wall all the way down.
So far, we are here. So of course it's
Very happy. We were here last. We were standing right here, Gavin, last Saturday, right when it broke down.
When you guys took people off the ride, so we're excited.
So we're glad to be back to actually try to ride this. Thank you, Gavin. Appreciate it.
Chris has full control of the comments. I did change shirts, Rebecca. You were right. I had the one in the outfit for her.
5? Thank you. You need to refresh what you've got on the phone? Huh? Okay.
Alright, guys. Ready to get wet? We're gonna get
All right, I'm gonna take my hat off. I have lost my hat on this ride before.
He has. It was sad.
I've lost a straw hat on this ride before. It's my favorite straw hat too. It's a Disney hat.
And they explained to us that if it was any other kind of hat, it might have survived. But because it was a straw hat, it would get drowned up.
Sus pies y piernas dentro del barco y cuide a los pequeñitos. Gracias.
Oh, Deanna, we're trapped, we're trapped.
Oh. Okay, I just got more wet there than I did the entire ride on Cali
Yep.
River Rapids.
Yep. Now they had this off the other day as well. Let's see if it's going.
The little extra splash when things come down. Let's see if it's
Yep,
on.
Let's see if it's on. It is on.
It's
oh,
on.
no. Oh no.
Hey, I'm in the. Why am I on the right
You
side?
guys didn't notice. I was gonna say. Chris
Why am I
is-
on the right side? Oh, it's very loud today too. All right, let's go.
Rebecca, they actually are.
Let's-
They will
let's
put
go.
2 parties per ride if they're per boat if they're very small parties. So, for example, the boat in front of us has a party of 1 at the very front and a party of 2 at the very back. So, but just the way they were timed, the party behind us was larger, so they didn't get their own boat.
Yes, there's nobody in the boat with us. It's just us.
Yeah.
Which is why I am questioning why I'm on the right side. I'm gonna get wet. If you guys aren't familiar, if the boats, if the if the logs get backed up toward the end of the ride, there's a waterfall there, and whoever's sitting in the right side of the log will get very wet and just get continually rained on.
That little bonus splash
Yeah.
we passed is on the right side. All of the extra splashes are on the right side.
So there is a very difficult hidden Mickey to see up here on the still to my right. I'm gonna see if you guys can see it. It's really hard. You guys can go back and see it.
Tiny.
It's very tiny. All right, go back in the stream and stop it and watch and see if you can find
See
it.
if you can find it.
Oh, they're missing a few things. Yes, Deanna, do not sit in the right seat.
Yeah, no. If you're with your husband, tell him the gentlemanly thing to do is to sit on the right side.
The dad always sits on the right side and he takes the brunt of the...
Okay, here we go.
All right, it's time for the slip and falls. Put your hands up. I'll try not to drop the phone.
Don't you drop my phone.
Woohoo! Ow! Oh, yeah. I got wet. I'm wet.
I may regret my costume change. This was really cool, but now it's also wet.
Stop. This is fine.
That's what you ask us.
That's what you know.
Very good show. Very good show.
They're not moving.
No, normally these characters are moving, guys.
They're tired.
Take it.
All right, if there are any children in the room, please avert their eyes.
We got a bare bottom.
There's a big bare bottom right here, and we apologize. I'm sorry, that's the dad joke that we do with our kids every time we ride this ride. Everybody's got a laughing place, a laughing place. Go, go, go. Oh boy, everybody hang on.
Oh, we're headed to the laughing place.
Oh.
Are we back in again? No, not yet. There we go. Sorry about that, guys.
We lost you guys for a second. Are we back?
If we're back, give us a comment so we know.
No more. If you finally found your happiness. How about you are
All right, everybody take a deep breath. Look to your left and smile.
Here we go.
Woo! Oh, yeah.
Yes, you may get wet.
Only
That's
on.
like saying it's an 80% chance of rain, but it might not.
Oh my goodness, it is. My entire right side is drenched.
But it feels good, guys.
So yeah, I'm dry over here. I'm dry. Not so much over here. Are you dry?
Mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly.
You want to trade seats?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm the perfect amount of wet.
As long as we don't stop up here, we're okay.
I was gonna say, here, I'm gonna take this.
No. Oh man.
I'm taking this. Because guys, this is my camera. This is my phone that we're running with.
Hi guys.
As you can see, the couple in front of us are getting nice and loose. We're at the front, so that's a good thing in theory. Maybe. Maybe not. There we go.
All right, everybody get their zippity doo-dah ready.
Alright, here we go. Maybe. There we go.
All right. All right, Deanna, it's time for your grand finale. For Deanna, for everybody else.
Maybe that briar patch ain't looking so bad right now.
Hey, look, we're in Gatorland. It's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfactual. Always a backup here. But
Especially now, because they are unloading and unloading slowly for social distancing purposes.
so we've noticed, where was it else that we rode? They were running all the boats. Navi River Journey.
Yeah, Navi River Journey. To help make up for the fact that they're not filling the boats, they have more boats out. So, which is fine. We're just happy that we got on the ride so fast. So we are not going to
Good to see you guys again. So yeah, because they can put less people in the boats, softened the boat ride. They're adding more boats to the ride so they can still continue to get people through.
Yeah.
We saw that at Animal Kingdom at the Navi River Journey, to the point where we were actually to bumper boats like this the entire ride at the Navi River Journey. And because my glasses are wet and my face mask got a little wet, my glasses are fogged up. I can't see nothing. Woo.
Contacts are my friend, people.
One more. So did you guys enjoy that? Hopefully so.
We made excellent time.
Yes, we're on and off in less than 30. Woohoo! Nope. Bumpity, 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 bumpity.
Oh, we are at the front.
Boom.
Hi. Oh, sorry, guys.
All right.
That's where they were.
All right. Now, before they weren't letting people to the gift shop because it was selling the merchandise. We'll see.
Have a great day.
Should we check the image?
Okay, I wanted to put my hands up, but like...
You don't want to lose your ears, right?
Better safe than sorry.
All right, so I don't expect, if the gift shop is open, I don't expect there to be any merchandise in there.
And they are not letting anyone in.
Yeah, they aren't letting anybody in, so obviously they still have the virtual queue at the moment, which we did not join, so for the most part. Hello. So unless you join the virtual queue, you can't get into the gift shop and buy any materials, merchandise. We jumped in, we didn't come over here and get in the virtual queue, so that's okay.
I see friends,
Actually, I'm gonna get you, hey. I want to go wipe off some hand sanitizer,
Okay,
so I'm
he's
going to
gonna-
join you guys in just a second.
He's gonna rinse off. Hang on, guys. I just need to forgive the odd angle for a minute. I'm pocketing the second phone away. Let's just flip around because this is not a very interesting view at the moment. Hi, guys. So wasn't that fun? We had a grand time with that, and I'm thinking we may be able to get one more ride in for you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. We love sharing Disney with you guys, and I know a lot of you can't get out right now, either just because of your schedules or maybe because of your circumstances, it not being safe. So we are happy to provide you with a little bit of happy long distance, so you can maybe just experience a little bit of that with us. So that was too fun. And for those of you guys who are asking, I did do a costume change, so to speak. I got the dog themed, let me flip back around, I'll show you. It's really cool leggings. There we go. It's got all the dogs, including Chris's favorite Stitch, and a matching shirt that says "Life is rough." So, you know what, Lauren? The Briar Patch store is open, but they have a virtual queue to get into it. So, as opposed to previously where you could just walk in and take a look at merchandise, you have to sign up and wait your turn, and they like text you when your turn comes. So We tried to get in on our first day here and weren't able to, and since then, this is our first day back in the park, and we just, you know, we wanted to show you guys way more interesting things than that. So.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to worry about a virtual queue, and I'd rather show you some of the crowds on the rides and stuff like that.
Yep, yep.
My hands have gotten 3 sizes smaller from all the hand sanitizer I just washed off. So that's always good.
So, like our pediatrician said, periodically wash your hands as well. It'll
Yeah, I sometimes
germs are
forget
washed
if I'm
off
busy.
better
I don't.
that way.
I
Yeah.
don't wash them every so often, but they do. It creates these layers of hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
And there's many rides. If you hand sanitize on the way in and you hand sanitize on the way out, and you know, eventually you have like
Hand sanitizer
10 layers.
Into a store, into a restaurant, out of a store, out of a restaurant.
Get rough after rides.
As you walk past a random hand sanitizer station.
All right, so we've got enough time for one more ride.
Yes. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to do pirates?
You want pirates?
Pirates? Somebody mentioned pirates. That
We
was our
have
second
pirates
choice.
and we've got Big Thunder. We only have time for maybe one more.
One more.
So,
You guys tell us which one you want to do.
I mean, the Pirates is a fun dark ride.
Yep.
Big Thunder is going to be like thrilling roller
but
coaster.
short, yes.
So, but I'm going to turn it around and let you guys see again. Yeah, this is toward the end of the way. Tatiana says we should do Big Thunder. You know, we are kind of here. It is kind of outside. It is kind of nice. We could probably do it in 20. If you guys like to have another thrill ride at the end of the day, you can go back over to Big Thunder.
I was going to say, we're on the wrong side. For
Yeah.
Big Thunder.
All right, so let's shoot over. Yeah, let's see if we can get Big Thunder real quick.
Yeah.
Do it before my battery dies. All right. So again, it said 20 before. It still says 20 now. It said 45 the other day, I thought. And we got it on it in 12.
Yeah.
So hopefully we still have enough time. Of course, here's the deal. If you're in the ride, if you're in the line, you're good. Hello, Ducky. Ducky's just hanging out here by the popcorn kiosk in case anyone wants to donate to the Duck Fund. I just washed my hands, so I'm thinking I'm good for hand sanitizer at the moment. Let's be safe, but let's not overdo it. So this is probably going to be our last ride of the day. Then we'll kind of walk through Adventureland on the way out, just to say that we've gone through all the lands.
Yeah.
Still, let's say from the beginning, we did Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. We did Mine Train, Winnie the Pooh, Under the Sea, Splash Mountain, and Big Thunder in less than 3 hours. And that's with us just kind of taking our time, kind of talking with you guys. Yeah, leisurely stuff.
And sat down at a table and chatted with you guys.
Chatted with you guys at water. Spoke with Chris Spokesman for a minute. Dude, I totally did not recognize Chris until he was like right on me either. So we'll show you how it looks here. Lots of walls again. But hey, because there's nobody in line, they're skipping us right to the exit. Oh, cool. Thank you. Wow, short line. We don't have to go through any of the other queue. This is a walk-on. This is nowhere near 20 minutes. Hey, we could do this and Pirates. I think we can. So we go for it. Let's give the people what they want. Now, this is one of the most claustrophobic. Look how I almost don't feel comfortable walking through here. Oh, there's a wall. So yeah, I don't mind going through here fast.
Dentro del tren. Cuide a sus pequeñitos. Muchas gracias. Howdy, partner. For your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train, and be sure to watch your kids. Folks are in hacks or glass. Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Okay.
Yeah. 20 minutes. Yeah. We lost them. There we go. All right, hang on to your hats. All right, did we lose anybody? All right, let's see if we can see the castle from here. All right, here we go. Anticipation. Whoa. Oh, nice breeze. Oh, that was nice. Very pleasant. I wouldn't mind waiting another 20 minutes for that.
Alright guys. See how quickly we can hop off and see if we can make it to Pirates before they close.
Crazy.
We're gonna try. Ears back on.
Get your ears on.
Woo!
Whew, that was fun. Did you guys enjoy that? All right.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren.
Quick. That was easy. So, let me tell you, for a longest time, I didn't get to ride Big Thunder because we would get on, with our kids.
It's funny now.
It's funny now, yeah. We would get on with all of our kids.
Get in line.
We would get in line, we would get right up to the car.
And Liberty would have a little panic attack.
My daughter, who had already ridden it twice before, had imagined in her mind that it was a lot worse than it was, and would go into a small panic attack right before the ride was either loaded or started.
Yep.
And so every time, for like, I don't know, almost a year,
Yes.
like every time we would try, she'd be okay. She says we're gonna do it, she's fine. No, she remembers now, she's gonna be okay. We get on, and either right before or sometimes even while we were loaded,
She would start crying.
no, she would lose it. She emotionally would just fall apart.
Cast members would come to check on her.
We'd have to check whether we'd have to get the bar risen or something like that. And I walked off that ride so many times.
Many times.
And I kept thinking, how many times, when is she going to be ready? But I wasn't going to make her ride it when she
Never
wasn't
made
ready.
her, yeah.
No, we always told her it was when she did it. When she first rode it again for the first time, she loved it.
Yep.
And it's one of her favorite rides now in the parks. So, but it was just so weird. That one year, I walked off the ride without riding it more times than I ever got to ride it.
Yeah. So that's a story for you. In case you have a child who won't ride a ride and you're thinking, oh my God, this is hopeless. We've still been there, so we understand, and we're telling you it's going to get better.
So hopefully for any of you guys who've not watched this or followed us before here at Eater Magic, we do have 3 kids. We do try to give it a perspective, understanding of what it's like to have a larger family, for accommodations, for hotels, for rides, to get fast passes, and also just kind of understanding when and how your kids will be ready to ride.
Exactly.
And what would be a good experience for you if you do have kids. So real quick, before we jump over to Pirates, I want to share with you guys, this is one of the relaxation stations.
This is one of the smaller ones.
This is a smaller one. There's only very few tables here. It is not air conditioned. But if you come in here, normally there is a cast member here making sure that there's not too many people in. If you come into the relaxation station, you can sit down and take your mask off. And you won't have to worry about someone asking you to put your mask on, because as long as you're inside the station, you should be fine.
Exactly.
All right, welcome to Adventureland, guys. Let's finish the night strong. I say we got enough time. Let's get on Pirates.
That's right.
What say ye?
Finish the day like a pirate.
Okay, at the end of the ride, I'm gonna need to ask all of you guys to put all your booty in the treasure chest and slide it toward us.
Yes.
And 5 minute wait.
That means the time it takes us to walk through that.
It's gonna take us longer than that to get to the boats. Hello.
Welcome aboard!
There you go. Arr, thank you, Christopher. Arr, and pirates are always using hand sanitizer. No, they don't.
As previously mentioned.
I'm a pirate and I'm sanitizing. Arr.
All those people named Chris are especially awesome.
Yeah, if you're named Chris, we expect great things from you.
Yes.
We expect to be entertained. All right, so we're going to go right on into the end, ride Pirates, and then let's walk on back down to the castle and say one final time. Hopefully, this has been enjoyable for you guys, sort of put you in good spirits to start off the weekend. Like I said, we really just wanted you guys to see things for yourself. There's no editing, there's no perspectives, there's no, well, I made the picture look like it was this or that. But you can just see for yourselves, especially later in the day. Walk-ons are great. How are we looking? It's going to be a little dark, guys. Hopefully you'll be able to see Pirates. For those who can't see everything, that was funny. For those who can't see everything during the ride, Tatiana and Deanna are going to be captioning for you. They're going to be telling you exactly what's happening in the comments the entire time. So thank you, Deanna and Tatiana, for being our persons to fill in for captions for us tonight. We appreciate your help tonight. That's been awesome. Row 5, thank you. Okay, so normally when we had 5 of us, the family bus, we had our own boat. Mind you, there's only 2 parties in here. They're right up the front, we're way in the back. We'll be in the same boat, but plenty of space between us. Hopefully we'll keep you guys the entire ride. If we do lose signal at any time, just stick around. We'll be off the ride shortly. Deanna says she's got it. She's going to be doing the novelization of our ride tonight.
Thank you so much, Deanna. We appreciate that. Hey!
It's Chris again. How's it going, bud? The boat is wet.
Very wet.
See you guys on the wet side.
I just had the wafting smell of some very clean.
Yeah, the pirates are supposed to smell kind of dirty-ish.
Really clean.
It smells better than our house does, guys. It smells awesome. Oh, it feels so good in
Oh,
here.
it feels amazing. Amazing.
This,
Sing some news for the old mate, Jolly Roger, eh?
there he is.
Your shovel's just ahead.
All right, let's
Start.
get ready to drop in.
Oh, they're shooting cannons at us.
Oh, they'll be firing at will.
Sell yourself, you miserable cur! Your toys, you bloomin' cockroaches! Surrender, Captain Jack Sparrow, or by thunder we'll burn the city to the ground!
Be prepared. Boom.
They need a bit of persuasion, mateys. Fine, I will!
Ah! I got wet.
Speak up! I'll bring you back here, sweet!
Where could he
What may I offer for these hearty eggs? Everyone a diggling! Not less diggling! Gold digging!
Quit your clucking. The gentlemen want the rum. Don't you, boys?
Hey, watch the run! Watch the Here I be, holding the treasure map and the key as well. What I would give to see the look on Captain Jack Sparrow's face. Keep still.
This is one of my favorite parts of the ride. Is the guy sitting around with the kitty cats.
They don't like him.
No, they don't like him. But, you know, they're cats.
Those tails on his
Okay, kitty. Yeah.
young flowers of a toast to parties and its many shiny reward. As a real
There you go, Merida and Jello.
The sea's been kind today. As we can tell what pages lie in tomorrow's time.
All right. Hand sanitizer. Go ahead. All right. All right, guys. Whew. It does. It smells really nice in here. Unusually nice. Fresh and clean. It smells like better than some of the hotel rooms we've stayed in. I'm in love with a pirate. Welcome back, Tatiana. You missed it. There were pirates. Yeah, I'm not gonna wear that.
Guys, tell him I need that. You guys let him know.
Tatiana says her husband's gonna cook today. That's awesome. That's right. Let him cook. You're hanging out with us at the Magic Kingdom. So we are now
Oh, it's sprinkling.
just barely sprinkling. It's about 2 or 3 minutes before park closes, which means everyone's gonna start making their way out.
Perfect timing. If it's gonna rain, it's raining as we're leaving.
Yes, so if it's gonna rain a little bit, why not at the end? And it's just a little rain at the moment. So it's not too bad at all. But I tell you what, some of my favorite times in the parks is here. They're just here for the rum. So yeah, I love being in the park at this time of day when it's just quiet, peaceful. And it does speaks for a calming end. Now see, here at the moment the park doesn't close. It closes at 7, but sometimes before this it would close at 9, 10, 11. There were times where it would go all the way to like 1 o'clock in the morning. There were some of those nights like that. And it seems strange to go ahead. It should be good. To think about the idea that it closes at 7, that there were times where we would be here at 1 o'clock in the morning, especially for like the Halloween parties or the Christmas parties. So I'll tell you what, the backdrop, I would much rather have a Pirates of the Caribbean sign like this. This is like a screenshot. This is like a screenshot right here, guys. It's so much better with the clouds behind it than I'd say the blue skies. It looks so much nicer that way. I mean, it kind of fits, right? It feels so much nicer in a breezier area right now than it has been in the past. Because, I mean, let's say earlier this week we were looking at 95 degrees, 90 degrees weather on almost all days. Sometimes it gets a little unbearable. I'm just waiting for the sky to open up. Let's put it this way, if it goes pouring down rain, it may get bumpy on this feed. We apologize. So, for the most part though, what was probably, I would say, just in your opinion, of all the 4 parks, which ride do you think was the most well done as far as preparing for, the current health situation and stuff like that?
No, probably, that's a hard question. I mean, they did a really good job on all of them, I think. I like that the ones that have the really close lines, that they realize they don't have a huge amount of queue for. They just put those walls everywhere. So for example, Living with the Land, it looked like such a long line. What was it, like 10 minutes, and the line was all the way out?
Yeah, it was really long.
But it went really fast.
But I just didn't like Living with the Land because I felt more claustrophobic in that environment than any other ride. Because the lanes you saw what it was when we went through Big Thunder at the very end. It was very tight. It was just that tight, if not a little tighter on Living with the Land. But I think most of them they've done really well as far as making sure that there's plenty of space for people to go. And
the waits are not long. And I think that's the important thing to keep in mind, is that even in those tight situations, you're in that situation for a very short period of time.
Yeah, it doesn't last long.
They've done a really good job of keeping those lines short, and I know that has to do with the number of people that are in right now. But I mean, how many people do we hear from on a regular basis that say, ask, when is it a good time to go when the crowds are low?
We want you guys to help us plan our vacation and book our vacation. When are the crowds the lowest? When are the lowest times?
And in the past, we've been like, not really any
We couldn't really tell you.
But
now it's gotten a lot easier, you know, not to say that, you know, go right after they've reopened after a pandemic. No, that's not the right answer. But right now, for those people who are coming for vacations right now, it's actually been very good for the most part.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would say just, thing to keep in mind is if you're comfortable traveling right now, this is amazing. I mean, you can get so many rides in. I mean, like you saw, we got a ton of rides in. We were taking our time. If you actually start in the morning, you're going to get everything done.
This was only 3 hours. This was only 3 hours.
And more.
The park is open 10 hours, so.
When we were at Animal Kingdom earlier this week, we rode Flight of Passage 2 times in a row in less than 30 minutes. That's riding and waiting in less than 30 minutes. I mean,
we got there at 11 o'clock. We got there a little bit late that day, and by 3 o'clock we were done. So,
we had done everything.
I mean, you can get a lot done during these times when there's just a lot fewer people in the park. So it's just if you do have a trip that's coming up soon, if this is something you feel comfortable with,
yes.
Take a look at it as the fact that there's an advantage to being at this time for the most part. So now, mind you, there aren't major parades.
No.
You can't, you know.
It's a trade-off. So you're not going to get to see fireworks. You're not going to see big parades. You're not going to get up close with characters. Just going to get to see them from a distance. But if you've got, say, kids that are more our age, where rides are their thing, now is the time to go. And here's what I would say: you can get everything done in one day at every single park, and then, you know, hit Universal for a couple of days and get both sides. You could easily do that right now in a week, no problem. In that with an easy day.
I mean, there are times where you can say you have to do 2 days at Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
So
I would not say that right now. I think you could get everything done in one day. If you started at the beginning of the day, by the end you could
we
see it
easily
all.
did half the park in 3 hours.
Yes.
So it's very possible.
Yes.
So.
Thank you for visiting us today. Just a few reminders. Please wear a face covering.
They're still giving us reminders.
Thoroughly. Cover your mouth and
Mind you, you've been here for 9 hours and 59 minutes.
Thank you.
So we didn't get to see any of the other parades. We did get to see the Princess Parade. They do also have a Move It, Shake It cavalcade.
It comes to a couple of different variations that it comes through. One with Mickey and Minnie. One with Pooh and Alice and Peter Pan. And then the princesses come through. I mean, and then they do the trolley as well.
Yeah.
So, and for the trolley, they do.
Hang on over here. Yeah. Well, we're gonna go this way, but I want to talk about the
Winnie the Pooh and friends frequently.
So Winnie the Pooh, different mini parades and cavalcades there.
Yes, and they will even wave from the Crystal Palace porch.
Yep.
On occasion.
On the back side of this, I can turn the camera around. We're just standing across from the Crystal Palace. It is closed right now. It is a character interaction buffet. Right now, up close characters are no, buffets are no. So there's just no way to make Crystal Palace at the moment. But throughout the day, we got here a little bit later in the day. We didn't walk by there, but Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, Tigger, and Rabbit will often come out and wave to people as they walk by the Crystal Palace. So
you get a chance to see them as well.
So that's another thing. You can see Stitch over in Tomorrowland off the stage there. Move It, Shake It parade, small rendition does come through. Then there's the ones for princesses and the different ways to see the different characters.
Yeah, and I will say one of the fun things about this is previously at the other parks you didn't really have any type of parade per se, but right now there's something, little cavalcades at every single park, and that's just really cool that you didn't have.
Yeah, even in the World Showcase over at Epcot, you have Anna and Elsa go through. Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and Goofy came through yesterday.
In Animal Kingdom, they're on boats around.
Yes, that's true. They have every single character that you could see in meet and greets at Animal Kingdom are now in different boats that go around Discovery Island.
Hollywood Studios, they have the Pixar characters in awesome cars that are wrapped.
Oh my gosh, I want one of those
The
cars.
characters they are.
I want Buzz Lightyear's Camaro.
Yes, and the Mickey also has a custom wrapped Camaro.
If you guys haven't seen that on Instagram, no, we did it. I think I can't remember if it was a live on Facebook. Anyway, we posted one of our social medias, the actual Pixar Pal parades. Oh my gosh, the Buzz Lightyear car was amazing.
It was amazing. It was. I mean, the thought that went into all of these was just. They're very well done. So.
Hey, Jen's back from dinner.
Woohoo!
What'd you have for dinner, Jen? We're hungry.
I didn't actually have lunch or dinner yet.
We haven't.
Had a busy day today.
Had a busy day today, and had a lot of stuff to get ready for. We're gonna head on out and go have some dinner with the family and have a family night. That's one thing nice about it right now is if you are going to MK for a day, your day ends at 7, so you have a few hours to do some other stuff and then kind of enjoy it.
Yep.
And like tonight, we can go back home and watch
one of the resorts.
go back and go swim at the pools or something like that with the family.
And it's not coming from Thunder Mountain.
No, it's coming from behind us.
We're gonna walk this way.
Oh, Susan's like, no, let's go.
He made me run through the parking lot in the rain last time, guys. Come on.
I didn't make her run.
Okay, yes.
She
I
chose to
could've
run.
gotten very, very wet.
After I left her. She
He did. He left me.
I had to make sure the kids in front of us were okay. So I ran with them, make sure they were okay. So we're gonna wrap it up tonight as we walk down one last time down the middle of Main Street, USA. It's the heartbeat of America, the heart of a holiday.
Everyone's heading out right now, so it's a little more crowded than it would be.
Yes, normally. This is what we would normally suggest if you come on a park day is either leave a little bit before the fireworks or the other things, or sit on Main Street and chill for a bit.
And that would still apply now. You leave a
Yep.
few minutes before 7, or just kind of hang out, maybe check into one of the shops and walk around.
Oh, we don't have to worry about dinner. We're going over to Jen's. They're having chicken tenders.
Ooh.
So we're gonna stop by Disney Springs. They are open till 10. We'll pick up some sauces and some chicken dip
Yeah, from Chicken Guy.
from Chicken Guy. Get some donkey sauce and some of the, what's my other one's his favorite, really good.
The curry mayo.
Oh, the curry mayo is really good. So Jen, we'll bring the curry mayo and the donkey sauce. If you just save a couple of chicken fingers for us, we'll be right over. Knowing our luck, Jen's not within walking distance of the Magic Kingdom right now. So,
They like this.
but yeah, Disney Springs is open now still till 10 o'clock every night. So yeah, if you're in the parks and it's done at 7, go on over to Disney Springs. If you're staying in a Disney resort, the great thing is you can jump on a bus and take the bus over to Disney Springs, and when you're done, take the bus back from Disney Springs over to your resort. Now, I will recommend this, and this is not something we would normally recommend. If you do have a car and you are driving in, we highly recommend that you drive from place to place because the buses are limited in space and the wait times may be a little longer than normal.
And even those
So-
boats that have the boat transportation, very limited space because of social distancing on the boats as well. So.
As we, let's just walk through the Emporium as we get to the end here real quick. A couple of cast member friends have asked whether or not if we were stopping through, we should say hello, and I want to see if any of them are working. So, hello.
Anywhere you want to go in, you're good.
Oh, thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it, sir. All the summer edition merchandise. Now, it's a little bit more of a challenge to make sure that you stay distance within people. This is not
Everyone is wearing a mask.
not the best time of the day to be crowding through and being in too much of a hurry. Just take your time, let other people through if need be, and still keep your space.
We need to get a Tinkerbell shirt for Noah.
That's it. Our dog, you want to put a Tinkerbell dog shirt on a 130-pound Great Dane?
Yeah, I think that'd be super cute. What do you guys think?
Well,
Or the princess one with the ruffles and the bow.
the one down there? I don't know, which one would look better on a Great Dane?
Everybody thinks she's a boy.
Well, we could put a Sully bandana on her.
No.
Arr, you know. Yeah, there we go. A 130-pound dog. We're gonna put this on her.
Small but mischievous.
Yeah. No, probably not. That's
Maybe
kind of
the
cute.
Giant and mischievous. It's very cute.
She could fly away.
Which
That
one
would
do you
be-
guys think we should get?
That would be cute for a
There's
dog.
The mini one.
The mini one would be good.
Yeah.
Just not a black shirt. That'll be overheated.
We've been discussing getting a harness for her because she's big.
Got sparklers on it.
It is. It's sparkly.
It's got spatter.
Yeah.
All right, so still making our way out toward the front.
There's mine. So there's a blue one and a red one.
Yes. This is the monorail
Candy dispenser.
Pez dispenser holder. You can buy Pez dispensers and put them in your holder.
Yes.
So you can buy holders for your candy and then put a holder for your candy holder.
I think.
Holder.
I think like that doesn't cover that $1.
Oh my. Now we just need something to put the monorail in and we're all good. Yoda. Anybody want a baby Yoda? Oh look, baby Yoda's wearing a Forky hat.
This is like not a baby.
That's Yoda. That's just big Yoda.
For real. It's the key.
Oh wait, that's not the way he comes? He doesn't come with a Forky hat?
I don't think so.
Look, he's Jedi trash. He's so cute. All right, there might be some lines here. We can.
Oh, I love that bag. The small bag. That's so cute.
Hello. Look, Stitch. The Stitch backpack. I think these are cute, but this is coming from a bald guy.
I'm a no on those.
The hair clips that put the ears in you,
I'm a
but
no on those.
I think Liberty would look cute with those.
Maybe the Mariers.
I don't think she'd wear those though, but they
No,
look
I
cute.
don't think so either.
The Disney dad, Disney mom. Oh, wow. It's a fanny pack, all right. All right. Grab some sanitizer. Head out. Have a good evening, Melly. Thank you. All right. So right now, the confectionery, even though it's the end of the day, confectionery actually has a line to get into it.
Yes, it does right now.
You can see that's what I'm assuming that is. So I'm just gonna, let's just peep in the window over here, take a quick gander to see what it looks like on the inside. Can we see better on this side? Through one of the exit doors. We did not get a Disney treat today.
We got Starbucks, but I don't think that counts.
There's a big exit sign. I don't know, can you see anybody? There's a few people in there at the bakery counter. Getting their treats in for the day. So yep. So yeah, high traffic times. They're gonna have a little bit of a wait to get in. Yeah, Jen, it is cool to be able to just stand here. I really wish that the Dapper Dans could be with us at this point and in the mornings to sing. That's kind of one of my favorite things, to be on Main Street when that happens. So, now what I was curious to see is whether or not they would have a kiss goodnight. I don't think they have a formal one. I think they do have some sort of music they play as you go out. But this would be about the time usually when the kiss goodnight would come out, and it would be playing about every 10 minutes or so. So for now, we're gonna head on out. Got some breeze coming through here. Looking right down the middle of Main Street, USA. There we go. So there you have it. That's our perspective of the Magic Kingdom right now.
Yes,
If you're,
this is a very good snapshot of what it's been like for us lately.
if you get an idea, if you're going to be coming here in the future, if you've got a trip planned and you were kind of hesitant because you didn't really know what it was going to be like, I hope this kind of helped you get an idea.
Yep.
We wanted you to have an idea, feeling of whether or not the comfort level that's going to be here is whether or not it's the right for you. It's not up to us to tell you that you're going to be okay, that you're going to feel happy, that you're going to be safe, feeling the conditions.
But we want to provide you with as much information as we can so you can make
that
informed
decision.
For what's best for your unique needs.
Yep.
Because we know everybody vacations differently. So, and everyone's in kind of different categories right now.
And so if you feel comfortable and this is good and you're ready to make a trip back, one way you can support us, as well as just hitting the like buttons on our videos and saying hello in comments, is you can also reach out to us. We'd be glad to help you book a vacation.
Yep.
No cost to you. That's kind of what we do on a day-to-day basis. We're glad to help you out in that way. That's one way we can help you out and just kind of give you some advice and help you out as far as finding out what's the best way to do things for you and your family. But if it's just not quite right time, we perfectly understand. Unlike many families, they're making accommodations and ready to come at a later date, maybe sometime later in the fall, or maybe even the first of next year. Or if you're ready for that big trip and you've been saving up and you want to do it just right, get ready for the 50th anniversary, which is going to be coming up a year from this October. So that's going to be the big thing everyone's going to be ready for and prepared for. So as we walk out tonight, thank you guys for spending the last 3 hours with us here at the Magic Kingdom. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for all of our new subscribers. We hope to continue to bring you videos and streams that will bring a little joy into your life, sharing a little bit of the magic we hear, see, and experience every day with our family here at Walt Disney World. It's been a lot of fun. You guys, thanks so much for spending the evening with us. We hope this has been a joy in some way whatsoever. Thanks, Jim. We so much appreciate it. You guys, have a great evening. Have a magical night. You know what? We'll see you guys in the parks.